Hello? Oh, hello. Hi. Yes, hello. Hello, children. How are you doing today? It is me. It is I. Christian cannot be here today. He was going to try, but he had to take the wife into the city, and you know how that goes. Jaunting and gibbering around. Uh, I don't know why I came in doing this voice. That's probably to impress Kris because she does voices all day for a living. We have a very, very intricate show for you today. We have to talk about the Clayface teaser trailer. Spider-Man Noir put out another teaser trailer. Jon Favreau did not want to kill Tony Stark in Endgame. I wonder if that will get retconned. Born Again. We have Jessica Jones is born again. Uh, Vanessa is less born again. Just dead. Anyway, we got to go through a lot of things. I'm very sorry. I haven't had my caffeine yet. So while we play this intro, I want you to remember I'm doing my best. I really am. Capes and cows. Okay, I'm gonna put my headphones on, and of course, I refuse for us to just forget our history. I have to absolutely play our theme song. So, here you are. Welcome to Capes and Cows. Of course, I am not alone. I would never do this alone. That would be insanity. I have to introduce the other half of Cootis and Cows, Miss Kris Carr. Kris, how are you?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, bud. I am sick. I am very sick. I've
Oh
got a really
no!
bad cold. Yeah,
Oh,
yesterday I'm so glad I got my stuff done. I had two self-tapes. I was like,
dude.
I should just knock them out now. And then I woke up this morning just cement in my face.
Dude,
So
it's
do all the
funny.
voices, bud. A
I was out
lozenge.
here in these streets thinking, I was like, why is it that like I woke up at about 5 this morning, um, just just drenched in sweat, just so hot, and I was like, what is going on? And I
Oh
realized I had
no.
fallen asleep fully in my street clothes on the couch, like I had just fully passed out because I got home from work around like 12:30 ish, something like that, and then just fully fell asleep on the couch. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, when I woke up, I was like, oh my God, am I getting sick? Why am I so hot? And I was like, I normally sleep in just like my underwear and like, the sheets or the blankets or whatever. So I was like, oh, I just have too many
Scandalous.
clothes. I was like, I just too
Mm.
many, too many, too many clothes on. But then I also got a message from one of my gigs that was talking about how all hell has broken loose. The people at the top of the food chain have sent out an email that essentially made me and my coworkers look like liars for the last couple of months. So it's all these scathing emails of people that are pissed that I have waiting for me
Ooh.
when this is all done today. So I was like, oh, it's not because I slept in my clothes. I literally could sense my body slipping into hell. That's what's going on. I was like, maybe I'm sick. Nope, not sick either. Kris is sick, unfortunately. Maybe I was sensing that. It's literally
Yeah,
I felt my soul just being ripped down into across the river Styx, man. So
that's just how
let's just have
profound our
some fun
connection is,
today.
buddy. That's
That's
that's just that was your
I'm
your
telling you.
co-host senses were tingling, and you went, she's
That's it.
sick.
That's it. I was like, because even right now when I said, because I little behind the scenes, Kris
Yeah.
came in the last like just couple minutes, which is fine. We're on time. It doesn't matter. But I was just like, yo, you close. If I had known you're like, yo, dude, I'm like out here dying. I'll be right there. Like, I legitimately am just going through voices right now. What is wrong with me?
Well, and it's also I'm so weirdly overly prepared most of the time too that me being like not on time is
Yeah.
usually like Christian does it too. Where he's like, "Are you good?" And it usually means like a dog threw up everywhere or like something's on fire. So
Well, a lot of people I'm seeing in the comments, and that's a good question. Do you have a neti pot?
yes. Oh my gosh, you guys. As a voice actor, I need you to understand that I have such a huge like pantheon of things that are supposed to help my sinuses and help me feel better. This just hit me overnight though. And so I've done my neti pod. I've got all my lozenges. I have my
Nice.
fun loquat syrup from the Asian market. I've got my
Nice.
vaporizer. Like, this is all I've got today. And afterwards, your girl's gonna take some herbal remedies, She's going to stuff vapor Vicks around her face. It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah. Yo, you get the Vicks right here. And then,
Mhm.
you know, if I like as a kid, I would always put on the chest to help with the chest congestion. If you
Mhm.
can call hubby and be like, baby, I don't feel well, and
You need this.
it'll make you happy, it'll make him happy, and help,
Everybody wins. Do
everybody
you do
wins.
the do you do the Vicks on your feet?
I know people that do. I have done it
Okay.
before. It does help.
Yeah.
It's for at the bare minimum, because of that, it helps. I don't know if it does the mystical powers that people kind of talk about it with, but it does
Mhm.
help regulate your body temperature a little bit
Yeah.
because of, so there's that.
Okay. That's
But
what I'm
yeah.
rocking underneath the Chewbacca slippers today.
Oh,
So
okay,
we're
okay. I
we're gonna
like
get through it. But at some point, if I sound like I'm going through puberty, it's just because my voice is a little shot, you guys. But hopefully I'll
that is
sound lovely.
100% fair. That is 100% fair, man. Well, we have a lot to get to today, so let me
Mhm.
give you guys just a little bit of the rundown of what's going on. So first of all, we are looking at 131 is the one to beat.
Ooh.
So, I 132 is very, very doable. I believe in all of us. What is this? Include this part in the clip. Okay, thank you, Luke. I guess Luke is watching from afar.
Oh,
He is not here today. This is his
hello.
anniversary. He said he's with the wifey. So happy anniversary
Oh.
to Sir Luke.
Mhm.
But I'm always excited when Capes and Cows actually has we can focus on what we're here for, these comic book and superhero movies and shows and whatnot. And again, we had a lot kind of go on in the last couple of days. So
Yeah.
let's jump right into it. I'm going to read this story, and then we're going to give you kind of a play-by-play here of this Clayface trailer. So let me pull this up first. Clayface's place in the DCU timeline revealed, and it marks an intriguing first for the franchises. Josh Wilding from Comic Book Movie Reporting. DC Studios released the first trailer for Clayface yesterday, and while we've yet to see... Oh, I should probably put this on this side so I don't look crazy. Cool. Let's try that again. Right. DC Studios released the first trailer for Clayface yesterday, and while we've yet to see Matt Hagen in his comic-accurate monstrous form, that was who I couldn't remember if it was Hagen or if it was Baslow. The sneak peek has generated plenty of intrigue among fans. As a full-blown body horror movie, it will be interesting to see how it fits into the wider DCU and whether it can differentiate itself from the substance. Still need to see that. There are some hard to ignore similarities with that movie, though Clayface's comic book backdrop should help it stand out. We first met Clayface in the animated Creature Commandos TV series that kickstarted the DCU. That's right. He was in that. After brutally attacking Rick Flag Sr., he was killed by Frankenstein. There was nothing to suggest that the villain used to be an actor or that he was anything more than a creep who was really interested in Themyscira potentially being compromised solely of lesbians. There are multiple versions of Clayface on the page, so that may not have been Matt Hagen. Regardless, DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn has taken to threads to reveal that the movie is set before Superman and is the first DCU film out of chronological order. Okay, this could mean that Hagen's transformation takes place before Batman arrived in Gotham City and, crucially, opens a door to the movie explaining what we saw in Creature Commandos. Asked how Clayface ties into the wider DCU, Gunn told a fan, "It's very connected, but as always, the standalone story is what's most important." He later elaborated by writing, "From the start, we've been clear the DCU would be interconnected, but each project would be full of expressions of their writers and directors, similar to how DC Comics work. Saga of the Swamp Thing, Justice League International, Killing Joke, All-Star Squadron are not one tone, and neither are Superman, Lanterns, Peacemaker, and Clayface. The film or show will play in whatever genre suits the story best. Clayface is not a hybrid superhero horror film. It is a horror film. With it now 100% official that Clayface is in the DCU and not Matt Reeves' Batverse, the door is closed on the movie tying the Batman Part 2. Tying into the Batman Part 2. Despite that, Gunn did say that Reeves is producing Clayface and dynamic duo with me and Peter Safran. You can check out the so we'll break all that down in a second. So let's just start there. Chris, I know one of the things that a lot of people were trying to figure out, I was trying to figure out myself as I was watching this because I didn't see Gunn's comments. I just saw the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
There was a lot of speculation back and forth. Is this an Elseworlds thing? Is this tied to the Batman? Is this in the DCU? where does this ultimately fit? Because we have been kind of confused. So now that we know officially this is going to be a part of the DCU, I completely forgot that he was in Creature Commandos because it was
Yeah.
just that one little blip in the one episode where you go, oh, that's not so and so, that's Clayface, and then all of a sudden it was like fight, 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 fight.
Mm-hmm.
But all that being said, you hear this news. Where does your mind go? Are you excited about this? Would you have preferred it with the Batman 2? Where is your mind at?
Honestly, it does make me think, well, then why are we getting a different Batman? Because if we're having this kind of a grisly body horror story, part of our very comic book colored world with Corn Sweat, why are we getting a new Batman? Because this feels so intrinsically tied to that kind of story, even though that is very grounded and realistic.
Mhm,
That's not to say that body horror, just because it is a fantastical horror element, can't be done realistically. And
mhm.
this is so unsettling. It's very realistic.
Right.
So that was my first kind of knee-jerk reaction was, I feel like this only confuses me more about why am I not getting Battinson then in my main storyline? Why is he a
Mhm,
side quest?
mhm.
That being said, the other thing I really love here, though, is I am pretty happy that we're not going the actor route. At first, I was a little bummed, and then I know this is silly, but then that gave me hope of Alan Tudyk still can do his Clayface. He can still do that. He can show up as that guy.
Oh.
I love him so much. He's so good. But I think it does make more sense to give him like the original Hagen is a treasure hunter who basically just falls into chemical vats. The number
Right.
one cause of issues in Gotham City, falling into chemical vats. They really should close those guys up. So I like that we're having this kind of thief criminal have
Mm,
this power. I think
mhm.
that's a little more interesting for the story they seem to be want to tell. Um, the actor angle would have been fun, but I think it could have leaned a little bit too into kitschy body horror.
Sure.
And again, since this seems to be more in that same kind of Batman, David Fincher kind of world or substance kind of world, it makes a lot of sense to just be like, hey, he's not a great guy, or he has maybe a more morally gray kind of compass,
Sure.
and now he has these powers. What's going to happen with them?
Right. No,
I
I
also
feel
don't know
that.
if I'm going to make it through this movie because I was really excited about it, and then watching the trailer, I was like, "Oh no, this is going to make me throw up. It's gonna. I'm going to have a
So
hard time
you're
with this."
so that stuff that's where you stop with horror is that if it's too body horror stuff, then you're out.
Usually, yeah. I have a
Okay.
big problem with slasher movies too, just because so much of the time it becomes kind of torture porn.
Sure.
And if that's your genre, this is not me saying like, oh my gosh, you have bad
No,
taste.
no, 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 no,
It's
no, no,
it's
no.
just for me, it's a one of those, oh, this makes me feel ill.
Yeah.
And I know it's such a great way for other people to experience fear in a safe space, and
Mhm.
that's what I can appreciate about this genre. It's just one for me that I go, do I need to experience fear today? I don't know.
Body, see, the funny thing is body horror doesn't mess with me, and most gore doesn't mess with me. That's not it. I don't do well with jump scare stuff, and I
Oh.
don't do well with like supernatural, like, oh, there's like a demon here now, because then every time the lights go out, I'm just like, nope, 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 nope. Which is why I am surprised that I chose to watch both Smile films. But mind you, the first one I watched sitting at this desk in the middle of the day with all of the lights on, so like the jump scares happen, but I could go, whoa, okay, um, versus me volunteering to go with my fiance to Smile too, and which was very good, but I definitely was like, I feel bad for the people in the theater. I had to laugh through the dancer scene, that where she starts imagining all her backup day. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, okay. So then never mind. You may not get this, but for anybody that has seen it, there's a moment. You know the premise of Smile, right?
Yes.
Okay. So for those super quick version of it, if people don't, essentially a demon is possessing people, and they keep seeing graphic, violent things, and then eventually when the demons got full possession of you, the last thing you do is you have this giant smile on your face before you kill yourself, and whoever sees you do that is now possessed. That's how that whole thing works. So hallucinations happening. There is one in Smile 2 where it's the main character is like an international pop star. So she sees all of her backup dancers chasing her down the hallway, but in like a in like an avant-garde like dancing me where they're like just like down the hall, and I had to laugh through the whole thing because it both was hilariously stupid, but it was also terrifying. So like I genuinely was like, no, thank you. And then people around me being like, bro, chill out.
You good? Oh,
Yeah.
Chat is correcting me. They're saying he's still an actor in this. Okay, then why make him Matt Hagen?
That's what I was gonna say. I thought Hagen was.
He's a treasure hunter. He's
exactly.
a thief.
That's what I
because I thought at the movie premiere at the beginning, I thought it was like a con gone bad, maybe. So that's my misunderstanding of the material. You guys, again, sorry, there's just mucus in this brain.
Oh, did you get it? Did you get it backwards? Because Basil Carlo.
Well, Basil was the actor, and then that Matt is just a thief.
I thought, yeah. Originally only an actor who could. Yeah. Basil was the actor, and then Matt was just. Yeah, you're right. He was indeed a professional criminal. Who was just out here in these streets, man.
Okay.
Was scuba diving for sunken treasure when he found a mysterious pool of protoplasm in a cave, immersing himself in it by accident. He was transformed into malleable. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I actually said that when in my teaser trailer reaction, I said, I have a feeling they're just gonna pick and choose what they like about each of these and just mash them together.
We're doing some cafeteria style comics.
I honestly think so, and
That's fair.
I don't hate it. You got to go with what works one way or the other, and I'm also curious because there's multiple Clayface
Clayface,
the Clayface that you could in that turn, if you did need to be like, ooh, we did kill that one, you have another one you can kind of tap into. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's still a possibility for that. Plus, I am curious if they are going to go with, because one of the Clayface ultimately does join the Bat family, and like is helpful with the Bat family. So I'm curious if there is a world where one of these Clayface Sicilies, if they actually end up going good at any point in time, or if they just stay kind of evil. So I'm pretty curious about that. But we're curious what you think, man. We got some more stuff to cover on Clayface, but I just want to remind you to please send in those super chats. We're trying to get to 132 is the winning number today. So let us know what you're thinking about Clayface. Let's get to this next little bit, and then we'll break the teaser trailer down after the ads. But for right now, let's talk about it. James Gunn explains how Clayface fits into the DCU after the body horror trailer reveal. So this is Josh Wilding again. The first trailer for Clayface was released earlier this week, and it's clearly a very different kind of comic book movie. Set in Gotham City before the events of Superman, we're getting a full-blown body horror explanation for how this member of Batman's Rogues Gallery came to be. Alternatively, the movie may explain how Matt Hagen's apparent successor, the monstrous Clayface, last seen dying at Frankenstein's hands in Creature Commandos, was created after the scarred actor presumably was served as a guinea pig. We'll see, but DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn has now taken to Instagram to share some of the insights into Clayface's place in the wider DCU. He also elaborates on the comics that have inspired his decision to greenlight projects like this one. Since the release of the Clayface trailer, people have asked me, how is it going to work? One universe, different. This kind of the same quote. Yeah. Different voices and visions. Right. Each story has purpose within itself outside of the others, but another part of the fun can be when seemingly desperate strands come together in an elegant way. Is Gunn hinting at plans for the DCU with the artwork shared in his post? We won't bank on it. The filmmaker is using them to illustrate how seemingly desperate genres can come together in the world of comics, whether it's Batman meeting Elmer Fudd or Superman teaming up with Sergeant Rock. So, while Clayface may seem like an odd fit for a world of David Cornswith's Man of Steel and the Justice Gang call home, Gunn is instead taking full advantage of the DC universe's uniqueness to tell a vast array of stories. The filmmaker will, however, have to brace himself for fans going into the movie expecting an appearance from Batman or something that sets up the brave and the bold. Oh, I see he's using this image here of Soups. The DC Studios' first ever foray into the genre. Clayface is a horror film from director James Watkins, starring Tom Ray's Harris in the title role of the Gotham City villain. Clayface unravels one man's horrifying descent from rising Hollywood star to revenge-filled monster in a story that explores the loss of one's identity and humanity, corrosive love, and the dark underbelly of scientific ambition. It also stars Naomi Aki, David Dedick. Is it just me, or are people's names getting more and more difficult to just say? I feel like everybody's name is a special name now. Like, I just am butchering all of them, and I am so sorry. I'm not going to sit here and be like, what happened to the Johnsons and the Jacksons? Those were simple names. I'm not going to do all that shit. I just all of a sudden, I feel like every time I'm developing dyslexia in real time as I'm trying to read various actors' names and whatnot. But yes, large cast of characters. I was very excited to find out. I didn't realize this at the time that Mike Flanagan is one of the co-writers on this, so that has me pretty geeked out.
Yeah.
Okay, that didn't necessarily give us a lot more than what we already read. It was kind of a little bit more of the same. Hey, the different genres will kind of play into
Yeah.
it. But it is, again, as we talked about, Basil is the one that is the actor, so they really are just saying, F it, we're just taking a little
Yeah.
bit from each.
Well, and I guess that's
going
more
with
of the
that.
animated series approach, right? Because in the animated series, I believe it's Matt, but he gets addicted to the Renew You cream.
Right.
That is what
Right.
he helps. And then this trailer also has him doing those regenerative cosmetic procedures. So maybe
Mhm.
that's our version of Renew You.
But yeah, and I think to that point, I think that this further proves that Gunn is really just kind of tapping into the DCAU. So your Batman the animated series, Superman the animated series, Justice League Unlimited. I stand by it because again, you went and got Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa, and you plugged him right in. Not only to essentially be our prime lantern, because Guy does show up a little bit in that, and not as much, but he does show up a little bit. But Aaron Pierre, that's Mufasa, looks exactly like the Jon Stewart of that cartoon.
Yeah.
And so that in and of that in and of itself is, part of the whole scenario there. So somebody's saying fix my mic volume. Is it too low? Is it too high?
Oh, I think you sound good.
Okay, then I don't
For
know
me, at least. Oh.
Okay, I don't know what people are going. I'll let the rest. Yeah, the other people are saying, "What are you talking about?" That's
Yeah.
fine. So I'll let people figure that out. If enough people are
Like-
saying that it's too quiet or too loud, I'll deal with it. But it seems
Like
fine.
anything, guys, we first see if we're the problem. We check our own volume, and then we hit us up. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I can hear myself, so I assumed it was fine. Just throwing off my train of thought. This is exactly why I'm not supposed to be reading the goddamn comments. But yeah, it does seem like he is just kind of taking what he wants, which is fine. It literally, it sounds like there's a part of me that's like, oh man, just like pick one. But I genuinely feel like they're just taking what makes the most sense to fit their storyline and going with that. That's what this feels like.
Sure, absolutely. Well, and when I kind of saw that, it got me really hyped just because we constantly geek out about like that was the stuff we watched.
Sure.
And to me, it's also been the most. I mean, in the last few years, have the DC animated straight to like video things been a little hit or miss?
Sure.
Absolutely. I'm still bummed out by that Killing Joke interpretation. But for the most part, the animated stuff was the most consistently awesome. It's
Yeah,
really
it
it's
was.
really undervalued, I feel. And I think people too, a lot of times when I say like, oh, I'm gonna rewatch Justice League Unlimited, or oh, I'm so excited to jump into like the Young Justice series again, it's oh really? Are those good? Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's a really great way to get excellent comic book stories told to you in a very digestible way that has also done some fun reimagining of things. And so it totally makes sense that they would borrow from this. And I will say too, I like in this trailer, we have a couple little nods to other things. And it is just a teaser, so it's quick things, right? But we still have like Amusement Mile shows up in this trailer.
Yeah,
So then
yeah.
there's a potential for like some jokers or clown folk to show up too. We can see more of that seedy underside of Gotham, which I do think is a good idea before you introduce whoever your Batman is going to be. To be like, remember, Gotham is one of the main characters when it comes to Batman. So let's explore all of this. He's really, at the end of the day, an antagonist in terms of literature, right? All of our villains are who we're usually following in Batman stories, and he's here to stop them. And so it totally makes sense for us to explore this before we have those other characters come in.
No, that is very spot on. Haskell, how dare you? I'm wearing a Ninja Turtle shirt because it is a Capes and Cows day. I would never wear an Eagles anything. I hope that all of the rest of your picks as a Jets fan go sideways. You don't ever say that to me ever, and you know better. How
You
dare
come
you,
into
Haskell?
his house.
You come into
his
my
house.
You come into my house and you dare put the damn Eagles on my head? Are you out of your fucking mind?
Get the fuck out!
You'll be playing basketball in Pelican Bay.
Use a cruising. Use a cruising.
Cruising for bruising. As a matter of fact, I'm so mad. I'm going to first say this. I'm going to say, let us know what y'all think about all this Clayface stuff. We're breaking down the teaser in just a moment here. But while this is going on, you know what? You did this to yourself. I'm gonna grace you. I'm gonna grace you, Haskell, with these glorious sponsors that keep the lights on. So you go here and you listen to these ads, and then you go and get this stuff for yourself, Haskell. I'm talking specifically to you and everybody else as well.
So most things that doctors know that most dudes never really talk about, stress from work and money and family, it doesn't just disappear at night. It follows you right into the bedroom. You can be lying next to the significant other you've loved for years, and suddenly your mind is not even letting your body do what it's always done naturally. For situations like that, doctors look for treatments that help both the brain and the body, and that is where Rougiette Ready comes in. Now, unlike Viagra and Cialis, Rougiette Ready is a next-generation prescription treatment designed to help prime your brain for arousal and increase blood flow. It combines 3 clinically proven ingredients in 1 mint that dissolves under your tongue so it absorbs fast. Most men are ready in about 15 minutes, so you can stay present, confident, and in control when the moment is right. Over 150,000 men have already made the switch to Rougiette. Getting started is simple. Rougiette connects you with a board-certified doctor online, and your treatment gets shipped discreetly to your door. Now, for a limited time only, head to Rougiette.com/Kristian. Get 15% off your order. That is RUGIET.com/Kristian, and get 15% off your order. Rougiette.com/Kristian. Tell them that we sent you. All right.
Here's another
one.
one.
So you don't want to just lose weight. You want to lose weight, but you want to look better and you want to feel better. And that is why Weight Loss by Hims Now offers access to the FDA-approved Wegovy pill and the FDA-approved Wegovy pen. It is designed to help you lose weight and keep it off so you can stay on track with your goals. With Wegovy at Hims, you lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise, which is very important. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever GLP-1, so there are no needles needed. Doesn't stop there. Hims makes hitting your goals seamless by offering access to 24/7 messaging with your care team and in-app lifestyle and nutrition support like recipes, meal plans, fitness videos, sleep content, and more. So if you're ready to reach your goals, you got to visit hims.com/Kristian. Get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's Hims, HIMS.com/Kristian. Hims.com/Kristian. Weight Loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is a registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com.
Thank you so much to Rougiette and to Hims. Fun fact, Chris.
Yes.
So I actually, a lot of people know this. I've been directing some smaller commercials for like social media and whatnot. I've actually been doing it for Hims. That has been the main brand that I've been called in to kind of handle, man. And I gotta say, like, and not just because like they, you know, paid me to direct those commercials, but I'm actually really impressed with a lot of the improvements that they have been making over the course of the last couple of months, because I've been doing it for about half a year now. And I really have to give them props on what they've been doing with their GLP-1s, with the hair loss stuff, all that kind of stuff. So highly, highly, highly recommend checking that out, y'all, for sure. And Ruchiet as well. Check those out. Thank you so much to those sponsors. You know, and Kristian has said this multiple times, like he brings stuff on as sponsors, stuff that he believes in and that like he's either used himself or like he's like, no, this is a solid product. Like, don't just like bring in random crap. So shout out to that. But yeah, if you see randomly, if you get on your social media feed any weight loss by him and now some hair loss by him, so like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all that kind of stuff, I probably directed that, which is pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I have been out in these streets, man, you know, flexing these
Ooh.
directorial muscles. So as excited as I would be to do, because I don't know if Luke is still listening, and the one thing he warned me about, we were going to do a breakdown scene by scene of the Clayface trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can even do the soundless crackhead commentary like I did last time.
Yeah, I think we'll still get flagged.
Because Warner Brothers is the worst when it comes to this. For any of you that have watched any trailer reactions and stuff, you end up in a scenario where they will instantly flag you. Like I was just uploading my trailer reaction and I already got the copyright warning that I then had to send a dispute in for to even post that in the first place. So I am definitely still down to do crackhead commentaries, but I can't for this. We're just gonna have to go freeze frame, and just kind of talk about stuff. So we're gonna do that. And to answer that question, yes, I did. One of the things that I do get to do is I can tap in for casting, so I was able to get Jay into one of those, and I directed him in that as well. But yes, there are, if you've seen them, Jay's in one. There's some other actors you've probably never seen before, stuff like that. But yeah, that's all been me.
When you need a horny girlfriend to show up in the Hims ad, who to call.
I got you, because they do have the ED pill commercials as well. I don't get to direct those. But my buddy that does, he's the creative director. He handles that, and then the dog stuff, not from Hims, but a different brand, and then something else. Which I'm telling you, I look at my dog every day, and I guess I love her. She is adorable. But I be yelling at her, I'm like, you need to be listening more often, because the amount of money that this dog is getting paid to literally play all day and eat food.
Yep.
You can make me so much money if you would just listen.
Dude. We always tease the dogs like they understand. Gimli's done short films, and he did like a bunch of go-sees when he was a little baby, and he'd get paid for them. And then Trico, I'm just like, what do you do? You're just a demon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, she's adorable, but I need like on command, like not when you feel like it. Every time I need you to be like, okay, Asia, come, and then you come over, and then so that they can film you doing this. Chris, it's essentially a 2.5 times day rate, because you have to pay the person watching the dog as an actor, you have to pay the dog as an actor, and then there's a handler fee. They get paid 2.5 times for that dog to be there. Chris, I could like literally, this woman and this dog that she brought up, she was able to pay my rent in one day. And then after that, it's just extra money. It's just so much extra money after that.
That's the dream. That's the dream. This is
I-
why every
I-
now and then I'm like, why am I a voice actor? It pays well. It pays well. Don't get me wrong. But like when I do a video game, like I'm doing a video game next month, and I know I'm only going to be there for 6 hours, and I'm good at my job, so probably less. So I'm not going to make shit. Oh.
It's okay.
Oh, well.
It's because we just
We
really
love
were
it.
selling ourselves.
The art is so worth it.
Yeah, I know. All right. Well, let's get into it. Let me see if I can get it in the theater mode. Yeah, that's a little better. All right, let's look at this. So obviously we have him initially in this hospital bed. It's hard to tell if like in this case they kind of went with a what is he in like some sort of accident and then they're kind of giving him the stuff. Is it already
Yeah.
the clay has taken hold? Like trying to figure that whole thing out. So then around here we get a brief flash of that beautiful visage.
Hmm.
Um, what do you think? You think he's on a film right there? You think he's,
I
looking at
think
the
so.
impending car crash? What's going on?
I think this is probably a movie moment since I misread the trailer the first time I watched it. And I was like, oh, he's probably just like at the event taking it in. Nah, Chris, come on. So I think this is probably either like a still from his movie, like this is his Bruce Willis Die Hard moment. Look at that tank. And
So do you,
it definitely is. He's probably not like a big name actor.
right, right. So do you think then
Yeah.
maybe what's going on here is that the accident that he goes through is maybe a set accident?
Ooh, very well
Because
could be.
then,
Could be something wrong on set. Could be something that happens at the premiere since
Mhm.
Gotham is terrifying.
Yeah, I don't know for sure. So I think that probably in this case it's maybe there's something on set that goes wrong, especially for following the actor premise of it all. Um, okay, I'm scrubbing. Okay, so here comes the injection here. Is he putting it into his eye?
Probably. So that's where
That
I
that
went. No, thank you.
yeah, that's it, it was so fast before I didn't see it. So like I'll play like a split second here. Oh, flat like just seizure flashes. Okay, hold
Hmm.
on. Okay, so then we see here it looks like we're cutting up oh, you know what I might be able to do, and I wonder if this will have the same effect. Let me change this playback speed to like negative. Here we go. So then that way we really can. Oops, theater mode. Let's see if I do that. Yep. Okay, great. So then when we do those little flashes, I can actually catch them. Okay, great. So then yeah, back in the hospital bed. So then where do you think this is? I try to hear. I'm trying to see if I can read. That looks like the word C, maybe.
Hmm.
I don't know if we're getting Jokerfish. I would be down for that. If we're getting Jokerfish already, that'd be
Ooh.
kind of dope.
This could be a little
Um
tie-in to if we are
oh
taking a lot of things from animated. Oh, golly. It could also be like near the Penguins Club and everything, since it's also
Also true,
close
the
to the
Iceberg
harbor.
Lounge.
Yeah.
That's also a possibility. Yeah, no, dude, completely melting already. My God. But I guess that's the whole thing. And it like at least at the beginning, it's like anybody developing power, like meta powers, it's kind of hard to,
Yeah.
maintain focus for a while, things like that, man. Ooh, that audio is
Ugh.
body horror for me. Okay, run.
Ugh.
Is this Crime Alley? Maybe that would be interesting
Oh,
if that's where. And he's melting yet again. You can
so
kind of see
gross.
here. Yeah, it's quite gnarly. Um, quick, everybody, get Winston some crack.
Oh.
um, the what wait, what might get clipped? PLD says something might get clipped out. What might get clipped out? This whole thing?
Oh, I think it was when I said if you need to cast a horny girlfriend.
Oh, oh yeah, that's actually hilarious. So yeah, same body horror. He's kind of getting the black bolt treatment of his mouth, kind of going shut. But I don't see a
Hmm.
Wanda around to do that. It seems like this stuff is just okay. Here we go. So amusement this way, excitement and thrills. So again, I wonder if we are getting any sort of Joker references here. Again, anytime you see some kind of clown stuff. Now, mind you, obviously we have seen Clayface with these abilities focus on his acting. We've seen him be he essentially is a full-blown master of disguise. So we've
Yeah.
seen him in a carnival, him in the all sorts of different ways that he's kind of being used there. Wonder look, where am I looking? Where would you like me to look? I think there's coming up him bubbling out of a shower. Yeah,
Yep.
out of a
Ugh.
drain. Oh God, that's
Nope.
can you imagine you're just trying to get clean and then all of a sudden this mud just starts to pour through? You're like, oh man, the drain is closed. Oh my God, why am I? And then you just explode from the inside. Ooh. Clayface is so dangerous and terrifying. Um,
Oh,
I
so
don't
gross.
I don't really know. This doesn't look like anything in particular to me, unless there's something
Huh.
you noticed that
It's
I
it's
don't.
like a very cool Alfonso Cuarón-esque shot, is all I
I
thought of. Like,
I,
ooh, hell yeah, a spiral staircase we love.
I wondered for a second because this is such an elegant looking, because it isn't even a staircase. It looks like this is because there's no stairs here. This is
Mm,
a flat surface just going all the way
levels.
down.
Yeah.
I wonder, this is weird to just put it off of an umbrella. It could be Penguin. I doubt it. It
Mhm.
may be Alfred randomly, and maybe this is Wayne
Oh.
Manor. I don't
Ooh.
know. I'm
That's
just
cool.
throwing out
That'd be fun.
ideas. I'm just throwing out ideas.
Hmm.
Fear. Yeah, no, yeah, this oof. No, thank you. Okay. Is that a lavatory? He is in an airplane bathroom as his face falls apart.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Ooh.
that's Naomi, right? The actress Naomi. I mentioned her name before, as I could not then read names. It
Oh, is
was
that the
right down.
girlfriend character?
I believe so. Naomi
Okay.
Aki. I believe that's
Okay.
her. Um, and I get it. In. Oh man. Okay. All right. Oh, that looked like Gotham Harbor for
Hmm.
half a second. Yep. The Narrows. Okay. Yep. Definitely getting some Gotham going on. Okay. Again, doesn't necessarily have to be Crime Alley, some sort of alleyway here. All right. Yep, there's the girlfriend again.
Hmm.
They really used to love each other before his face started to melt. Yep, a lot of screaming and agony. It's probably a lot of pain. Gotham PD.
Yeah.
Um, this is the
This
cool
is
part
such a
to
cool
me,
shot.
is to see him
Yes.
developing the mace, which tends to be his like main weapon. He turns in
Yeah.
a lot of different, he does sickles, he does all sorts of stuff, but that mace is like a classic for him.
Yeah.
So
Well, and
that
this is
was
one of the
super
weapons we
cool.
saw in Commandos too. Yeah.
But yeah, no, same thing. Like it looks like, probably because that looks like a scalpel. That looks like that's probably the doctor that did this to him.
Hmm.
It would be my guess. He's about to get revenge, and he specifically, they're focusing on the eyes, how bloodshot the eyes are. He's got it primed. I think it's like, you gonna stick me in the eye, I'm gonna stick you in the eye, bitch. Like I really feel like there's probably gonna be a lot of eye damage, eye
Oh
violence.
yeah.
So you may
Yeah.
have to,
This one is not gonna be for me.
yeah.
I won't
That this is
survive, you
Chris.
guys.
This is
That's
Chris.
me.
The
That's
whole
me the whole
movie.
time.
The whole movie. All right, let me just move forward just a little. Just a little. It's him in a bathtub, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Him just contemplating how I made these choices in life, and this is where I'm at now. Absolutely wild. And then this was kind of crazy, where he just started wiping his face down. That was just really, really cool
Hmm.
effects, and I actually appreciate the fact that they did this.
Yeah.
Um, which I also wonder, can Clayface see through that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he technically doesn't have eyes right
Oh.
now. I wonder if he can, because the clay is living clay. I always wondered if his entire body can see, since it's all,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Can it all taste? Can it all feel type scenario? That sounds really weird, and it never dawned on me until this exact moment. But I wonder if he's actually blind right now, or if it all can kind of see stuff. I also wonder if, like, maybe it's one of those psychological things where over time he understands and can feel all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if at the beginning he's so used to, I don't have eyes, he can't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Oh, so
wonder,
it's that
and
part
then,
of like the learning curve of his powers.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, no, it's very, very, very interesting. October 23rd is when this is dropping. I cannot wait. I am
Great
beside
Halloween
myself.
release. That's
Right?
smart marketing.
No, very, very smart. But I had always said that would have been their best bet.
Yeah.
That they need to do that, is that they should really try and aim for this to be a Halloween type stuff, and I'm glad that they did, man. That was kind of smart. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, any remaining thoughts on this trailer at all, Chris?
Remember how I was like, I'm really excited and I'm gonna give this one a try. I don't know if I can. I don't know.
I
It's
believe in
got
you.
it's got so much eye violence in the trailer. And truly, this is one of the reasons with like body horror that I get like really grossed out.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. If I see someone put a contact in, I throw up. It's why I don't check my DMs anymore, because a bunch of disgusting people were like, "Oh, you don't like eye stuff? Let me start sending them to you." Which, if you are one of those people, what's wrong with you? Go outside.
That feels like the fastest way to. That feels like the fastest way to get a ban hammer and just be like, "Cool,
Oh yeah,
blocked."
yeah. I'm just,
Insta
I'll
block.
never see you again. Um,
Well, then, okay.
it's
So here's what we got to do.
I'm glad they're doing this though. Like, I say that as somebody who I know this is not my genre. Not everything should be made for me. Oh my gosh, how many movies do we need with talking dogs or Muppets? So many, in my personal opinion.
All of them. in
All
your
of
personal
them.
opinion.
Oh my gosh, they'd make everything better. If a Muppet was in everything, good gracious. But I love that DC is taking such a big swing in their sandbox, because
I
this has
agree.
been my biggest complaint with Marvel is, if you want to do a different type of genre, really freaking do it. Really go for it. And this is them absolutely going for it.
No, I agree. I think this feels like a this genuinely feels like a James Gunn is taking some of the stuff that Marvel was doing, but actually pushing it full tilt by allowing a full genre shifts, because we got samplings. And I think that it was done well. When you think of like Winter Soldier, that legitimately is a spy political thriller, and it was done very well in that regard. Ant-Man is like the first one is a heist movie. I
Heist
don't really
movie.
consider the second one a heist movie. Those are the two that stand out. You could kind of say that Guardians fell into that kind of space opera type scenario.
Yeah.
and how
Strange
that
plays
kinda-
a little bit like Multiverse of Madness. We do get some like good Raimi
But I-
moments, but not,
but that
it didn't go
that-
hard.
That's what I was gonna say. They talked about wanting to do a horror film, and it apparently was a horror film. But then you brought in Raimi, and that Raimi to me has never really felt like horror. Raimi has felt like Raimi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even to that thing, it's Raimi kind of overrides whatever genre he's doing, and you can have those elements. But I think about Spider-Man, and I think about all the oh my god, I'm just blanking. What the damn horror genre that he is so famous for? What is wrong with my brain?
That Raimi's
Yeah,
famous for?
yeah. Somebody
Body
help me.
horror?
Yeah, there's a series of horror movies that he's done. My brain is just completely crapped out on me.
Oh, the Army of Darkness movies.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ, what is wrong with
Okay.
me?
That's all
right. But yeah, Evil Dead. That's what it is. Thank you. My brain just fully fried. All the comments came in at the same time. It was almost, see guys, this is exactly why I was never a Schmodown champion. Like never a Schmodown champion. Like I could manage them. I could not be one. But yeah, I don't think that they really went for it, like you said. And it feels like Gunn is giving that opportunity. So I'm hoping after this that we get another massive genre shift. Like I hope, bro, I hope that they do give us a Static Shock and like a Black Lightning film. Give me full blaxploitation. I want a full Black Lightning as Shaft.
Yeah.
That would be
That'd
fucking
be so fun.
fantastic. How fun would that be to have Black Lightning full blown as Shaft? That would be incredible.
That'd be so good.
Oh man. Anyways, y'all keep letting us know what you think. To shoot in your comments about this teaser trailer. We're gonna keep it pushing to some of our other stories here. We got to talk about Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Noir, excuse me. This is Josh Waldman reporting as well. The curtain has finally been pulled back on Spider-Noir's villains with the featurette that reveals what to expect from the bad guys Nicolas Cage's Ben Reilly will go up against on Prime Video this summer. Silvermane is the show's big bad, though he's undergone at least one big change from the Amazing Spider-Man comics. In this reality, he's Irish, not Italian. Tell your Irish and Italian friends that they're the same thing, and see how that goes. The instant fight. Hold on, Chris. I'm gonna bring you in for this. That sounds like an instant fight. Look at that. Look at that face. Look at that.
Why I oughta.
However, it seems fans can expect major changes to all of these villains as they're reinterpreted for this 1930s set tale. IGN has published an in-depth piece on Spider-Noir confirming that the character we all thought was Electro is in fact Dirk Layden, aka Megawatt. He first appeared in 1993 Spider-Man Unlimited #2. Played by Andrew Lewis Caldwell. The character had dreams of making it big on Broadway, according to Chris. Why are all these people writing these movies and TV shows just like really pointing out the fact that like you're never gonna make it? You might as well go into supervillainy. You're never gonna make it. You might as well get experimentation and just fuck your shit up.
I mean, I don't want to be defeatist, but there are days where I'm
don't
like,
want to be. Wait, Chris.
what?
I don't want to be defeated.
Stop! Not you too! Not you too! The chat is going wild with these
I
eye
didn't
puns.
poke my eye.
I know. I know, but everyone in the chat is like, I learned something. Why don't you give it a try, Chris? And I'm like, you sons of bitches. I thought you were on my side. But yeah, I don't want to be defeatist, but there are days where I'm like, what if I did crime? What if I did that?
What if I did the crimes? That's
yeah.
it?
When my health insurance premium goes up by 30% for no reason, I'm like, what if I was a criminal mastermind instead of a professional personality hire?
Chris just goes, what if my name was in fact Waluigi? Uziel confirmed that he's the only one that doesn't really have a direct comp from the comics. There are plenty of Marvel characters that we can pull from that would satisfy that, but I didn't want to, for a lack of a better term, burn any for future use. Tombstone is expected to appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day this summer. Tombstone, who is expected to appear in Spider-Man Brand New Day this summer, is more monstrous than Spider-Man Noir and is no longer albino. Black and White is interesting, and certain things show up differently and present certain challenges. Uziel said of why the series doesn't head down that route. And I think we ruled that out before we even got too far down the road with talking about that. Then there's Sandman. Boardwalk Empire's Jack Houston plays this version of the villain who served with Tombstone during World War I. The report hints at that being how all these characters receive their powers. He's really a bit of a tortured soul. And for me, those make kind of the best villains. I really like his struggle and his particular powers. I think are always compelling and sort of fun to watch as a viewer too. Some will argue that Spider-Man Noir is veering from the comics, but the series taking place in another corner of the multiverse gives it creative freedom to take some big swings. Ha ha, spider pun. Whether that will resonate with fans remains to be seen, but this is an undeniably intriguing bunch. Here's a closer look at some of those posts. All right. Sorry, I wanted to bring Chris in and I can't remember how to do the thing. I do this
That's
and
okay.
then I go, hello.
Hey.
All right, so oh, all right. Let me make sure. Can y'all hear this?
No.
Okay, great. I can do crackhead commentary then if you want, because this I don't think should be an issue. So let me just find a way to make this not look so ghetto.
Can you please always say ghetto like that?
Ghetto. That did it for you.
Yeah, that was great. I would love someone to clip that out.
I've actually been doing that for like a long time. I just don't ever. There we go. No, it still did the thing. It's off to the side. All right, whatever. We're just gonna do it from here. And go crackhead commentary. And there's play, damn it. Oh, now you don't want to play. Really? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Oh, God, I hate everything. All right, I guess we're not doing it. But here's some photos. We can look at photos. God, oh, or not. Those are gone. So the photos don't even exist anymore.
Dang.
Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, here's one. This still exists. So they're kind of. I do like them showing the difference between the color and the black and white, and I think it actually will be pretty cool. See, what's interesting about this is it's going to get me to probably watch this twice, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think that this is going to be one of those things where I'm going to want to see more than one. But yeah, I think they got rid of the post because I tried to click on these and I think those got pulled. Interesting. All right. All
Ooh.
right. All right. All right.
IGN has some pictures. Do you want me to send a link?
Yeah, if you could because it was IGN that posted this and it got pulled. So
Yeah.
that's so interesting.
Let's see
I'm
here.
just scrolling through real quick and seeing. I don't know how long ago that post was though. Oh, let me see if it has a date on there. It was yesterday. They post a lot in a day though. This might take a while. So yeah, if you see something, by all means, send me that link and we'll open that
Yeah.
up.
Is
Um,
this? I'm so professional now, you guys. I have like my iPad in front of me so I can just be click clacking around. Oh my gosh. Look at me go. Look at me go. Okay. There we go.
You got it. You sent it. Okay, great.
Oh yeah, PLD sent it too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nobody pays attention what PLD be sending.
Listen.
I just see him shaking his head in the background. He's like, "Do you know the kind of hell I can?"
I was gonna say it's gonna be Fartmageddon again.
Like, do you understand what I can do to you,
Yeah.
sir? All right. Let's see. Photos.
He has the power.
He does. He does indeed.
But yeah, if you go towards the like midsection of the article, there's a black and white and color images with 24 images there. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so I'm assuming that that's Tombstone and that's Sandman. That seems to check out a little bit. And then I don't know who she's supposed to be.
So this is our kind of black cat character. And I believe she has a different name. I don't think she's actually Felicia Hardy. Let me double check.
Oh, she's just Cat Hardy. Interesting.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, got you. Yeah.
Which it's so wild to me still. I know we've talked about this before. I still can't believe, aside from Felicity Jones barely gracing the screen, that we haven't had a Felicia Hardy in something. Because that's such a good character, and everyone always talks about how great Catwoman is. And I mean, Felicia is that for Marvel, and she's just so fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that is not what's coming up right now in Brand New Day. You have just kind of cleared the path. There's no Gwen Stacy. That MJ has kind of fallen to the back.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you put her in there? I feel like this is the perfect time. But here we have the three of them: Tombstone, Silvermane, and Sandman all together. There it is in color. There it is in black and white. So cool. Here we got Nick Cage in his Ben Reilly costume. Yo, how does Nick Cage still have Megan Thee Stallion knees at his age? I don't understand, bro. That is impressive.
Man, this is why you got to do that like weird what is that little move? It's the squat and you move your legs back and forth. It's like a Brazilian like little stretch, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the Japanese calisthenics that they do in corporations where they all sit there and they do like the squat up together before work starts and whatnot.
No, there's like this weird little like hip rollout thing that they made us do in boxing all the time. That I was just like, I don't know why I'm doing this. And then I was like, oh, because now I can move without creaking.
Fair. Did you ever notice though? That's fair. That's fair. Maybe I need to start doing that myself. But if you notice, what's so interesting about this black and white, it's also that it feels like everything is at night. If you notice, just because of like how dark all this is, like even this, like this is maybe like, sunset kind of almost.
Yeah.
But like everything in a noir kind of world always seems to happen at nighttime. Like this, you're just in the nighttime with the fire. And then there's Tombstone, Megawatt, and Sandman again. Here comes Spider-Noir yet again with the Megan knees.
That's such a good shot.
That's a great shot.
That's just the end of the Batman, the animated series opening montage.
Right. Look at him. Look at him. Ben Reilly in Private Investigator. This is like the only daytime shot in the whole thing.
And then boom,
even
that's night again.
Noir, it still looks like night.
Yeah.
And then there's
I'm so excited for Lamorne.
This dude took my name and just did whatever he wanted with it in New Girl, and now he's out here winning Emmys and ended up in Spider-Man projects.
This is a thing that comes up every time you come over. Where Logan's like,
Lamorne more.
well, he's like, what'll happen if I call him Winnie the Bish? And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think a good thing.
Look, he's not the first person to do that, and I just. And then, this person, I can't tell who that is. It doesn't say, but they're reading a comic, ironically enough. It
I
kind of
think that's
looks
his
like.
secretary, which let me see here.
Hmm.
I need to reread this comic. I loved this series so much.
I never read it. I only played the Shattered
The Shattered
Dimensions, and
Dimensions.
I
Yes.
fucking love that game, but it is nowhere to be
Oh,
found anymore. It does not exist if you do not own a physical copy of it.
no.
But protect physical media.
It's so good. It was that panel was the first time I met Stan Lee.
Oh
And
wow.
it was so great. But the comic, because they did this with the X-Men too and everything as well, is really, really well done. It's really well executed, and I highly recommend people pick it up before watching this series, just so you can do some fun compare and contrast.
And it looks like they actually released a partner comic, Spider-Noir comic with this as
Hell
well.
yes.
So that just got announced as well. I saw that when I was
Good.
scrolling through the IGN stuff. So yeah. Very, very curious. Let us know what you think about the Spider-Noir. You're gonna be there day one. Which I want to know. There's a super chat. Which one are you going for? Are you gonna watch it in color? Or are you gonna watch it in black and white? I'm very curious to see which one you think is the better to go with, man. All right, we got a couple more stories to get to really quickly before we get to your super chats. We're at a decent start. We're at about 20 right now, y'all, and we got to get to what was it? It was 131 to tie, 132 to win. So let me know what you're thinking. Get in there and help us win today. But let's talk about it. Iron Man director Jon Favreau pushed back against Tony Stark's death in Endgame. This is Mark Cassidy reporting. Avengers Endgame released in theaters on almost 7 years ago to the day, and the movie still represents the pinnacle of greatness for the Marvel Cinematic Universe for many fans. The Infinity Saga finale featured several moments that Marvel Studios may find difficult to top, including the portal scene. Yeah, that was pretty big. Captain America lifting Mjolnir, and of course, Iron Man's noble sacrifice. Though the decision to kill off Tony Stark did prove to be somewhat divisive, the majority of fans seemed to feel that it was a fitting send-off for the beloved hero. One man who did take issue with Stark's demise was Iron Man director Jon Favreau, who also appeared in Endgame as Happy Hogan. During a recent appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live to promote The Mandalorian and Grogu, Favreau revealed that he called up directors Anthony and Joe Russo to push back against their plan to bring Stark's time in the MCU to an end. Excuse me. I talked to the Russos and I said, I don't know if people are going to I don't know. It's really going to impact people because they were kids that grew up with that character, Favreau said. But I have to tell you, it was handled so well by them, and Gwyneth Paltrow and Robert did such a wonderful job acting, and I think it added a poignancy to it. I think they did a wonderful job. I was wrong. The filmmaker went on to admit that he got emotional during the scene in question. I was choked up, he said. Even though it's a movie, those people, those characters have been a part of my life for so long. Favreau added that he was excited to see RDJ as Dr. Doom in Doomsday, but not everyone is on board with Marvel's decision to bring the actor back. Downey is believed to be playing a completely different character. Doom's resemblance to Stark may not even be a factor into the plot, but there are rumors that he may also play a Tony Stark variant in Avengers Secret Wars, which would cheapen the hero's death in the many eyes of the fans. Trailer. It's all been seen. Doomsday, blah, blah, blah. Yes, a lot of people. Okay. So Chris, what world do you think we would be living in if Tony didn't die at the end of Endgame? Let's say Favreau was able to get to the Russos. How do you see the Infinity Saga actually ending then, if not with Tony's sacrifice?
Oh, I mean, very comic booky, right? Because no one's really permadead. No one's ever dead.
Also fair.
I think it's easy to say that we wouldn't be in the quote unquote predicament that Marvel has fallen into of figuring out who's on the lunchbox, moving forward with this story. I think we still probably would have a lot of these problems. Yes, you still would have Tony and maybe even Cap there, but we still then go, how do we top that thing that we built for the last 10 years? And that's part of why going into these movies, I was a little hesitant of, dude, are you bringing back these guys because it's a Hail Mary? That's a bummer to me. I need to have a reason to have these fellas in here, which I'm so happy that that's what it seems like they're doing. But I think too, from the jump, from the first Avengers movie, we set it up. And even though in that film, Tony goes to make the sacrifice play, but comes out relatively unscathed, obviously has tremendous PTSD. It changes his worldview and everything, but he doesn't die. from that movie, though, I think to have a really satisfying conclusion with Tony, he does have to make the ultimate sacrifice because he was never that guy until he got this power, until he got this shift in his life. And so I think it totally makes sense that he dies. Part of me thinks too, I was watching Favreau on not Fallon, on Kimmel this week.
Mhm.
He talked about, he was like, smartest thing I ever did was give myself a cameo in that first Iron Man movie to be happy because that paid for my kids' college. Like,
Damn.
it would just like write out that honesty I super appreciate. But I think there might have also been a little bit of that of like, wait, hold on. So Tony's going to be dead. And then later on when it's wait, I forget everybody? And Marissa's gone? Oh, shit. What am I going to do? So I think there's also a tiny kernel, because that happens for us actors, right? When your character gets killed off and you go, oh, well, or when you get written off and you're like, oh, it was fun while it lasted.
That's the thing that's always funny to me is watching a show. I try really, 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 really hard to just stay locked in, but I can't help but let the business side of my brain go out and go, oh, they lost a job. Like, and it's like, I hope they asked to be released. And this wasn't just and for the sake of the story, then your character gets brutally murdered so they can never come back. And I'm just like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you got to hope for flashbacks. You got to hope for a prequel. Like, you're just like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Cool.
That actor playing Foggy Nelson is probably so thrilled of like, thank God.
That he got some flashback action.
He got those scenes.
Oh my God. Because I was telling you this earlier. I just rewatched Power and I forgot one of the main characters dies. And so then after that happens, somebody, the character that was closest to this person keeps having hallucinations of them. So almost once an episode, they show up randomly. Because I was like, man, they were so high on the call sheet, on the credits. I was like, why? This has got to be infuriating. That you're just like, hey, there goes my good ass job. Like, I just, oh God. But yeah, I think if you don't kill Tony, but I agree, it was the perfect ending in the sense of you flash back to that argument between Tony and Steve during Avengers when the Mind Stone is effing with them, and it is. You're not, everything that's special about you came out of a bottle. And then we see that Steve is able to wield Mjolnir, which proves that had nothing to do with it, that he was always innately special by his worthiness.
Yeah.
And then the flip of you're never the one to make the sacrifice play. You're a selfish dude, etc., etc. We now got to see like he's done it in multiple instances. But you saw the full circle where he did it again at the end of Avengers. He throws himself with the nuke into that portal and happens to survive. Yeah. He does the same thing again here, but this actually is that sacrifice play. And it perfectly closes that story loop for both of them as far as you're not as special as you think you are. And both of them proving it wrong to the other, but also cementing why they are so closely linked together and why they were such best friends is because they did rub off on each other, both in a way of like how you have that kind of like heated rivalry where you really want to like prove that like, nah, son, I'm gonna show your ass, but also you are rubbing off on. Wow, I shouldn't have said heated rivalry and then talking about rubbing off on each other. The point is,
hold on, I'm gonna go in my mind palace for a little while. You keep going.
You're gonna go to your mind house for a while.
Cock. They're a real Galinda and Elphaba situation. They changed each other for the better.
Hey, Willie.
I love Snatch.
What?
I hadn't seen that one.
I had not seen that one either. I had not. That is a first for me.
Snatch is a great movie, but what a clip.
Seriously. Well, thank you, PLD, for that one. I was not ready for that. But yeah, I think if you don't have Tony do that, I'm trying to think what the other move would be here. I can't even imagine what the other move would be, except, well, Wanda. want like it makes more sense for Tony to be the reason, but she was so close. I think the idea is if she just had kind of lost everything and there's no bringing Vision back, that she just ignites all like oh, we can't get to the stones or whatever it is, that she just ignites whatever powers left in her and goes that way. That's about the only thing I could think of. But she's not, if we're keeping it a buck, even though this is an ensemble film and everything else like that, she's not the main character. It needed to be Iron Man, Cap, or Thor. It had to be one of the three of them, just because, or all of them pour their powers in collectively, the entirety of the Avengers, to try and counter it. But it needed to be one of the core three, because they are the ones that set this whole thing off in the first place, you know?
Exactly. And that Wanda point too, I think if you had kept the main folks alive and in the timeline and all this stuff, then we probably would have seen more of like a House of M movie happen. And we'd build into those kinds of things. But I'm glad we didn't, because WandaVision, what a great kind of retelling of that.
That could have been interesting if it had been like, if instead of saying no more mutants, she says no more, and the Infinity Stones just explode, and Thanos is wearing them, so he explodes. But then in the process, that energy ripples out and just makes mutants. That could have been an interesting way to go. But again, the most satisfying story had to come back to one of the three of them. And truthfully, coming back to Tony of all people is the one that makes the most sense. If what you wanted to do in that regard is at the very end of it, somebody going, he's not gone. I know how, like, I saw into the Soul Stone. He's not gone. And then maybe it's Pete is now really getting to his experimentation era, and he's sitting here thinking to himself, okay, how do I, and it's God, what, there was another movie, my brain just keeps not working on me, where it's this idea of like, okay, I can still bring them back. And so they just start working on, like, in their lab. They're like, they're not gone. I'm going to find them. I'm totally going to find them. It almost reminds me of that episode of Justice League when Superman gets hit by Toy Man's thing and he accidentally sends him through time. But Bruce is like, he's not dead. I'm going to figure it out. He's not dead. And that would have been an interesting thing to maybe do there as well. But I think that would have been it. I think it would have been Wanda, for me, no more. And she unleashes her powers. It sets off the stones. You set off a ripple effect. Mutants all of a sudden come into the world. And you go that way. That would have been maybe my alternative.
My theory still is that snap is what sped up mutation. And that's why we're going to have more mutants all of a sudden.
I don't disagree with you at all. I think that is also something, probably even not just the one, maybe the two of them. The stones were not meant to be used with that much energy that repetitively. So that probably chain reaction that set stuff for it. But we will see. Let us know what you think. If you would have preferred for Tony to live instead of die, let us know about all of that. We were gonna do some Daredevil review stuff here, but we're gonna hold off on that for the time being, only because Kris hasn't seen Born Again. I'm the only one. I will say that I did appreciate Jessica Jones coming back in this episode. It was cool to see her in there again. But I am definitely looking forward to see what ends up happening, because there is a very specific lore thing. I don't want to spoil it for you. There's a very specific lore thing that happens that gets Jessica back into the fight. And so it kind of means that, like, a certain thing had to happen. And that certain thing having happened, both alludes to the fact that another individual will be involved very soon. And then on top of that, like, we're gonna get there's a number of things that are about to just happen based on why she got involved. I'll put it to you that way. Do you already know what I'm getting at?
Oh, sweet Christmas.
There you go. Go. Okay. It's all about that coffee, baby. It's all about that coffee. Essentially, I'll put it to you this way. Coffee met milk and made a latte. Let me put it to you that way.
And we love that for them. Consenting lattes, so good.
Made a latte,
so
man.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
At first, I did get my hopes up in a different way of, wait, did they somehow bring... This is now how I'm going to have to talk to, like, nieces and nephews of, like, well, when a coffee really loves a milk, and they've made a commitment to each other. They're not
Bro.
seeing other coffees or milks. But I did get my hopes up.
Did not see other coffees and milks. I hate you.
We're exclusive. There's no oat milk. There's no soy in here. But I did get my hopes up that maybe Kilgrave came back somehow. Where I was like, is there like a suddenly Palpatine where I get David Tennant again?
Right.
That'd be amazing.
I mean, look, it's funny because now that I think about it, if my fiance and I ever have kids, that's probably what literally I'm gonna call my child. Oh, that's my little latte. That's my little latte. Look at you. Like, which, funny story about that. My sister, she met and married a Jewish man, and so what's so funny is they met on the app Coffee Meets Bagel. My sister thought that it was literally an app for Black people to meet Jewish people to date and get married. Like the way you have JDate, you have blackpeoplemeet.com. She thought, she didn't go in there with that mentality, but because
I love the idea of her being like, I'm gonna get a Jewish man. Let's go. Tradition.
No, that she didn't go into it thinking to herself, I'm gonna do that. But 3 of the men that she matched with immediately were all Jewish. So she was like, is this like a Black people meet a Jewish people at? Is that what this is? I guess maybe that's what it is. Oh my God.
Fair.
Stay loyal to your coffee creamer.
That's what's up. That's what keeps your coffee strong.
When a coffee loves a milk, they visit a barista.
Oh wait, now it's getting complicated. We're bringing in a third party.
No, seriously. So wait a minute. Does that mean when a Latino and a white person meet, they make an horchata?
They make a horchata.
Horchata.
They make a café con leche.
Hey, casual racism.
Oh no.
No, we both did it. It's okay. It's not
I
just
know.
you. No, let me
But I'm the white one, Winston.
Yeah, but I allowed it. I'm hosting the show today. This is on me. I will take the slings and arrows. Actually, it's PLD's fault. It's 1,000%.
We'll go with that.
Fault.
We'll go with
he
that.
would do this. The PLD the whole time. PLD's just in the background. Like, oh my God, man. All right, so that's pretty much everything. Let's get to your super chats. If you also have more coffee, milk innuendos, those are fun super chats too. We're at about 26. We got a ways to go, but please send those in and help us try and win this week, man. First off, we got to talk about Aaron B. Jarkey 6825 is a new member. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron, or just Aaron, I guess. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Popcorn Bandit 42. Happy Futog Hammy who? Huh? I don't think I know what that is.
Futog? Hammy? Who?
What? What is that? PLD, what is that? You want to send a private chat? What am I even looking at? I don't know what that is.
Futog? Hammy? Who?
What?
But who is he? And what is it? And why?
It kind of looks like Smets, but not actually.
Futog? Hammy? Who?
Is that AI Smets? Because look at it again.
It looks uncanny.
It looks like him, but a little bit more like he's never like a big dude, but he looks a lot more like kind of chiseled, like skinified, and the belt looks like the Inner Geekdom belt, but it's
Futog? Hammy? Who?
It's that's not English on there. It's not even Russian. That's not.
Futog? Hammy? Who?
What is going on? What the what is happening?
Wow.
Oh my God. This is why AI should have never been invented. Yoshi Mitsu 5537. Clayface is obviously the bridge that the Batman will use to connect the DCU. It's hard to say the tone doesn't work after this.
Thank you.
That's a good point. if you're doing that, there's nothing that stops it from. I need y'all to also understand. I typed in Futag Hemihu into Google, and the stuff that popped up is not safe for work.
Oh no. Thank you for doing that so it's not on my iPad.
Yeah.
My clients use this. Ugh.
Yeah, no. Some about Jesus and titties. It's not. This is. Yeah. Yoshimitsu says, my question from the trailer is that face cutting scene the reason he gets the Clayface procedure, or is it the procedure itself? Great question. I would say, based off of what we were seeing there, I still think that he was in some sort of freak accident, and then maybe that's like to try and help him, and then over time, it's like, oh, this isn't actually helping you; it's turning you into a mutant. It's turning you into a metahuman type scenario. Is my guess. It feel any differently or anything else like that?
No, I feel like that is probably what's happening. I'm wondering if, because he is going to go on this murderous rampage of sorts, I'm wondering if it was an accident. Bum, bum, bum.
No.
Yeah.
Fair. Futag Hemihu. Yeah, go ahead and put that on your work computers, y'all. Have fun with that. I get. I mean, in the context of this, great. Don't Google that.
PLD wrote in that Kevin created that to spring onto Kristian to ask for his IG belt back, and that was the result.
I mean, look, the actual thing is funny. Like this is.
How me? You?
But it's not enough in like the Google lexicon to get to the top. It's Jesus and titties.
Damn.
Which, that's a question. I don't know if we could actually ask that on the show. Do you think Jesus liked titties?
Of course he did.
He had to, right?
He hung out with a woman of the night.
You right. Oh, whoa. Mary was in Spider-Man Noir as well?
Yes.
Future Zeitgeist Dimension. Clayface theory. Clayface was in Superman. He was the president of Bavaria, and in Peacemaker, he was Rick Flag at the end. Oh.
That's interesting.
That is actually very interesting.
That'd be fun.
I could see him as the president for sure, because then it's also the idea of you didn't actually murder him.
Yeah.
Interesting. I like that. Michael D.A. Futag, Hemi, your thoughts on this? My thoughts are, do not Google this on your work computer, or do it. As a matter of fact, do it. I want to see what happens. You come back in with the super chat of what happens when you Google that on your work computer. I would love to know. Conrad 0404, Winston, I need you to force them to make a Static Shock movie ASAP. I agree with you, man. I also would like to force them to do that. I think the two major problems are, one, the rights milestone stuff is caught up in all sorts of just Futag Hemihu. So it's that is an issue, and that's part of the reason why that hasn't gone through quite yet. I honestly think the other one is the fact that as long as this merger is happening, nothing of any major import is going to get pushed that isn't already greenlit. I just don't think that that's going to be a thing. Which you saw that the kind of tomfoolery that happened of leaving a bunch of stuff out, then coming out at the last minute, but that the shareholders agreed to the merger, but not to Zaslav getting paid. Well, all I know is Zaslav probably woke up and was like,
Walker told me I have AIDS.
Just like, oh man, Yoshimitsu, please tell me the breakdown is another crackhead commentary. I wanted it to be, but unfortunately they did not play properly. But I am excited, y'all. I almost did it with Clayface on my trailer reaction, but I didn't realize it until about halfway through it. So what I am actually doing, very excited. I'm going to be streaming this weekend. I'll do my plugs a little bit later, but what I'm actually going to do as part of those is I'm going to go through a few of those, and then I'll clip them out and put them as individual videos. So that should be fun as well. But more about the Winston trailer talk. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I know everybody was very excited about that.
It was fun.
We didn't get to do it. I apologize. Buster Barnes, by the way, Clayface didn't die in Creature Commandos. Also, it is the same one as Creature Commandos. Gunn confirmed it. Okay. It's been a minute, but yeah, I know he got effed up, but it's very hard, if not impossible, almost to kill Clayface. What is that, BLD? Is that the Spider-Noir trailer? That's Spider-Noir. Okay, well we'll try it at the end. How about this? We're at 31. We've got roughly what is that? 35 minutes. Let's at least get we gotta get through 100 of these. 100 more than this to tie, 101 to do it. If we at bare minimum get to 100, I will do one. And if we get to the goal, I will do 2 of them before we get out this hoe. How about that? I'll even let y'all pick the trailer. It can be any kind of trailer you want. If you want to pick a throwback movie and just have me lose my mind, we can do that too. I'm here for it. That'd be fun. That'd be fun as hell. Justin Bishop 97. Winston, you're definitely a little quiet. Is it still bad?
Is that just compared to me since I'm so goddamn loud?
I mean, I could turn it up. I just didn't want to give y'all no feedback, but that's fine. I just upped my levels again. So let me know. I thought it was okay, but y'all yeah, it is what it is. Conrad comes back. Chris, are you still watching One Piece?
The anime or the live action? Live action I'm wrapped up on. I watched that immediately. And the anime, in like season 3. Like,
oh, you are? So you are watching the anime?
Yeah. And we just keep joking where we're like, we're getting real close to the end. We're on episode 112.
You are less than a 10th of the way through, ma'am.
They're going to have me watching this till I'm 80. And I shall. And I shall, because it's lovely. I love that show so much.
And I shall. Oh, man, there's a lot of content to get through, which I'm curious, knowing that you're on 180, how far is that from the amount of content they've gotten through in the live action? Because I heard the live action, obviously, they're compressing it to a certain degree.
Ooh, I think I'm ahead now.
Okay.
What arc am I at?
Did you?
I need to stop watching these before I go to.
thinking?
Oh, I was thinking. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. You were just like, which episode am I at?
Yeah, this is this is the part of my mind palace for memory recollection, and this is the part of my mind palace for heated rivalry. So I went over here. I was trying to sort.
Cock.
It's on this side.
Yeah,
Milk that teat. Gotta milk that teat.
You gotta.
You got to do it, man. You got to do it. Buster Barnes, if Clayface was in Reeves' verse, he wouldn't have mace hands. Let's be honest. Fair. Also, in Penguin, there's a character called Eve Carlo who just wears wigs. I forgot about that. So that was just a little nod, little head tilt to that. But yeah, no, I mean, not necessarily. It depends. We said it was obviously very realistic. But that would be the way that you try and bridge it over. I always said that if you're going to go that route, feels like you're not probably going to put a lot of that supernatural in there. But, you never know. You really never know in that regard.
Yeah.
Fiona George, 95. Apparently, they're taking this Clayface from animated Batman film or series where they combine both his origins into the animated one. Okay, so then that's probably what's happening.
Yeah.
I believe you, Fiona, and that was what we were kind of alluding to. It felt like they were really tipping towards, the DC AU from back in the day. So, Vicious 251, hey guys, huge fan. Thank you so much, Vicious. Appreciate that. Chris, used to catch you on the JC show. Love you. So, opinion on vertical shorts. Would you guys audition/work on one?
I mean, y'all, I auditioned for like 3 SAG ones this week. Because SAG now is doing them.
Right.
Listen, this is no shade, and if you like them, great. But they are very like soap opera-y. A lot of times the storylines are kind of like softcore porn. And so I'm very choosy about what I audition for in them. And same with my clients. I always tell them, like, is this something that you're doing for the pay? Because there's nothing wrong with that. Are you doing this for your materials, for both? And I've got a client who's worked on several, and it's usually I'm submitting to be like the high-powered lawyer in this or the doctor in this. So she just gets some clips that work for her, even though they're shot in that vertical format. But it still showcases her being a great actor. But like, all work is good work. Paid work's the best. Why not? Winston?
Yeah, I think about it in these terms. I think it's the same thing. There's plenty of projects which I have said no to audition to. I didn't initially when I first started, because you're just like, I got to do everything. I just got to do it. At a certain point, you go, no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm good on that. More or less, verticals / shorts at this point are they're no different than what people have been doing on Vine and TikTok and all that, and Instagram for the last set of years, just pushed into a now production companies / corporations have gotten a hold of it. And exactly right, they know that they can make these cheesy ass stories and people watch it. If it reads in any way, shape, or form as this is going to be absolute dog shit and there's nothing that I can get out of it that would like potentially push me forward, then the answer is no, I would pass. But if it's cheesy but it could still get me something good out of it, then like sure. Like the feature film I did last year, which I don't even know if it's ever coming out at this point. I've been reaching out to the producers, and we had a release date and then radio silence, so that's fun. There were things about that script that I would look at and go, do I want to do this? But then all of my scenes that I were involved in were gold, and I was like, okay. Yes, if someone sees I was in that movie, they're gonna go, really, bro? Really? But if they see my stuff, they're gonna go, okay, that was actually pretty funny. We could take that to the bank. Like, you know what I mean? So it really, really depends, is what I would say.
Yeah.
Go, pal. Scratching. Okay, any more of that crack though? Dude, have you watched Snowfall? Did we already talk about this?
No.
Okay, so I'm watching Snowfall now.
Okay.
Snowfall is incredible. I don't know why I was so late to this party. And specifically, you have multiple characters because it's about first like cocaine, but eventually it becomes about like the crack epidemic and how it like kind of flowed into black neighborhoods and whatnot. These actors playing crackheads, I have to give them all the props they are crushing. Because like I'm sure you also got this warning when you were doing theater growing up and all that kind of stuff, or in acting classes and stuff like that, about how the hardest thing to actually play is drunk, like someone under the influence, because it's easy to but that's not really how drunk people are. What you're actually trying to play is, for most people, is trying to be sober, because the idea for most drunk people is like, I'm not, what are you talking about? I can drive right now. Like, as a matter of fact, Chris, you really just need to get the fuck out of my face, okay? I just need to go home because I have work tomorrow. I don't have time for this shit. Like,
Winston, you gotta at the very least call a Wemo and let the robot drive you home.
And take away jobs.
Oh my God, I'm part of the problem. Take away jobs. I'm part of the problem.
I'm a Lyft driver. I can do it.
I'm a professional.
So, that being said, and scene. Do I have any more of that crack? I do not have any crack, but yes, again, if we get there, we're at 38. We're moving along. If we get closer and closer, we get to 100. I will do one. If we break the goal, I will do 2. So, keep it coming, y'all. Thank you so much. Fiona George, your sound is mostly fine, Winston. You do sound a little more quiet than usual. Okay, well, I've turned it up now. This obviously came in at a while ago, so. Just as a heads up, I've turned that up. Railroad Tie, can't really watch live today, but I love this duo and wanted to show some support. Thank you, Railroad Tie. Catch y'all on the audio only after work. Okay, cool. Well, then you'll be home. So then if you want to look up Futog Hami Hu, that you'll be home. So
go with God, my son.
Go with God. Ron H 7474 BBC. Oh shit. Fridays rock. I wonder if one get too much BBC. No, it fits right in. Everyone should get a little BBC. Get it in there. God damn.
Damn, Ron.
You nasty bastard. Somebody been watching Heated Rivalry. Not really. I heard it's a bunch of white dudes. Black dudes.
It is a lot of white dudes. Yeah.
In 2 ways.
Yeah. There's a half Asian gentleman, but
anybody British?
So far, no, but there's a Russian.
Right. The Russian is like the main love interest other character, right? Or whatever.
Yeah. And then his love interest is half Asian, which is a big like identity part of the show for him too, of like, am I setting a good example for people who like look like me and want to be in these kinds of sports, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah.
Totally fair. But yeah, no. So clearly there's no Brits and there's no black people. Ain't no BBC in that show. Conrad 0404. I'm here. And by the way,
No, there's a black gay best friend.
oh,
He's in there. Okay. And another hockey player, I believe. Yeah.
there it is. There it is. Conrad 0404. I'm here for Winston on Winston crime. Rude. Rude. Talking about the Winston, Winnie the Bish, fucking Lamorne Morris. I actually really like Lamorne Morris. He's a super nice dude, and like
Futak? How me? You?
Jesus Christ, PLD, what is your problem? But nah, yeah, nah. First it was cigarettes, then it was Churchill, then it was everybody's dog, and then it became Winston from New Girl. That's typically where that goes. Yoshimitsu, Spider-Man, Spider-Noir, black and white only. Agreed.
Ooh, yeah. That's going to be my first viewing.
I'm going to do both, but
Yeah.
it'll be black and white first.
Same.
Conrad coming back. Speaking of Marvel, have y'all seen the Marvel Tokon game that's coming out in August? Very creative. Is this the one that's the fighter game? The
Ooh,
2D
the little
fighter?
side-scroller thing?
I believe so. The Fighting Souls. Yeah. It's essentially Marvel
Oh,
vs.
yeah.
Capcom, but just Marvel.
It looks really fun.
It does look fun.
I'm excited about it.
I've just always been bad at fighting games that aren't like Smash Brothers. So like I was decent at Soul Calibur back in the day, but like I was never that great at Street Fighter or some of the Mortal Kombat stuff, but not a whole lot. So
No, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just button mashing.
fair, totally
Yeah.
fair. Nacho Boy, Dream DC directors: Spike Lee for Black Lightning, Lord and Miller for Flash, Gina Prince of Blythewood for Wonder Woman, Edgar Wright for
Ooh.
Titans, and JSA Dan Trachtenberg. Interesting.
That's very interesting.
Those are actually really good pairings. I like
Yeah.
that. I would say I'm good with Spike doing Black Lightning, but I really wish, RIP, man, and part of it is just because I'm watching Snowfall right now. I wish John Singleton was still alive and let John Singleton do Black Lightning. Would be awesome. Not that Spike wouldn't do a good job. Spike would do a great job. I think that there is something about that, especially when you look at the show and you look at the comic and you look at most of the stuff that Black Lightning is fighting, unless he is dealing with the Justice League, I think that John Singleton does a very good job about that kind of street crime type whatever. Again, not that Spike doesn't, but John made a living off of that. When you think of Boys in the Hood, you think of Snowfall, you think of Four Brothers, all that kind of stuff. I think that would have been really good. But the rest of these, I think, are spot on. I would love all of that. Any changes you would make?
No, I'm really into this. I think this is super fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Fiona George, that woman in the Clayface trailer screaming doesn't look like Naomi Aki. I think that's someone else. I also think Naomi Aki is the one by the clown image. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for letting us know. I appreciate that. Conrad 0404, we definitely love making lattes. How many lattes you got, Conrad? I'm so curious. How many little lattes you got at the house?
How many of them are running around?
Right, Christian Unpronounceable. What are your coffee orders? Oof. Let's see. I like a nice blonde with legs, and
I love Snatch.
God damn it, PLT. And then like a little bit of foam on top.
Oh, I'm genuinely a regular coffee splash of cream. Whoops.
There you go.
But if we're going off of where I've ended up, I don't know, like
just milk.
Yeah, just.
And it plops on the plate.
I don't know what's a German coffee order like.
Coffee.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to do.
Yeah.
What is the word? What's the word in German? I broke PLD. You just fell off the screen. 9. Ron H comes back in. I need a hot double D. I think Timmy can hook me up. Yeah, a double D from Tim Hortons. WTF, guys? What did you think I was talking about?
Obviously, coffee, bud. Obviously, coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and titties. Kenya King 7. Eternals should be the reason for mutants mixing with humans over time. By bringing in mutants, Earth 616 makes zero sense. How do you explain their absence? It's a great question. I honestly believe that they will explain it in terms of all of this, all of these incursion stuff. I think that that's ultimately, whether it's Loki tampering in the TVA, whether it's the Infinity Stones, whether it's Doctor Strange in America, I think the incursions are about to happen. The universes are going to collapse. I don't think that you really have mutants like that. Like Miss Marvel is like one of one right now. Did we get a secondary mutant in the MCU that I'm forgetting off the top of my head?
At this point in time, I don't
I'm
think so, because you've had mutates,
right,
but
but I
not
don't.
mutants.
Miss Marvel is the only one so far. So
I
then my
think.
guess is genuinely that is how it's going to happen. It's going to happen not because of the Eternals. It's not going to happen because of anything other than incursions collapsing. We're going to combine universes and boom, there you go. The mutants end up pouring in from another universe, and that's how you save them. Namor. You have Namor. So you have
Yeah,
two.
you have Namor. That's
You have,
true.
you have Namor and Miss Marvel. Thank you,
Dang.
PLD, for
Okay.
reminding me. Kenya comes in like Magneto, Professor X, Logan, who's 100 years, etc. Yeah, again, I think it's a collapsing of universes is what's
Yeah.
doing it.
I think there's going to be a little bit of mutants who have been here, right? Because that way, then you can do things like, oh my gosh, why am I blank? Apocalypse. If you ever want to revisit that character or anything. But yeah, like there have been some people. It's just they've been in the shadows. They haven't been in the spotlight.
That would be my other thing. I mean, the one lore that we always get with with the mutants is the fact that humans don't F with them. And they probably figured that out quickly, and they've just been underground. They're like, not my problem. Not my problem. So in the same way that the Eternals have technically been hiding in the background this whole time, that they could have also just been hiding themselves, being like, nope, I'm not gonna let you come out here and try and get me killed. No, thank you. Connor, Wilson, such a silly goose. Hi, Connor. Guess what I'm eating? A latte made into a cake.
Oh, I'm gonna do pizza.
You're gonna go pizza? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, if you guessed calamari pizza, you would be incorrect.
Oh,
that
no.
Sounds disgusting.
I got so excited.
I'm eating mac and cheese.
I should have gone with pasta.
Oh, so he is still out here doing something black as hell. Everybody eats mac and cheese. I get it. That's the question. What kind of mac and cheese are you going like extravagant ass black people ass mac and cheese? Are you going Kraft mac and cheese? What kind of mac and cheese, bruh? You gotta be more specific. Hotel nerd, another prominent UFO expert, David Wilcock, died by suicide. That's 2 this week. Oh wow. Something fishy is going on. Too many suicides and disappearances now. Oh my goodness. I didn't know about that because I haven't been following it the way that Kristian does for sure. And oh Lord, did you see? You haven't looked at the super chats yet, have you?
No.
Okay, I want you to see who popped. Did you want to take a wild guess who popped in here?
Is it Kristian?
Futak? How me? You?
The only thing that's really funny about that is it doesn't sound like Spencer. It actually sounds like Kristian. It sounds like something Kristian, not only that what Kristian would say, but it kind of has his little inflection. Like, listen.
How me? You?
Yeah.
Kind of sounds like it.
Yeah.
So yeah. But back to this real quick. I don't follow it enough, but that's kind of wild, man. That's actually very wild. If anything else comes up, let us know for sure. Arwen coming in, support for you both. Thank you so much. What do you think of Michael? I went last night and had fun. Never got to see Michael in concert, so I felt like I got a taste of that through the movie. Did you see it yet, Kris?
I haven't.
I did. Okay. I saw it a couple nights ago. I put my out of the theater reaction, and my spoiler is recorded. I'm going to put it up once we wrap here. I wanted to wait at least until Friday when it was out, so then people can check it out, have had a chance to see it. I really, really enjoyed the movie. I will say I got similar vibes from this movie as I did from Super Mario Galaxy, but not for the same type of reasons, similar reasons, but not exactly the same. I had said about Super Mario Galaxy, this feels like, wow, these are really cool action moments that take me back to the games and all that kind of stuff. But then there really wasn't that much character development. The story was kind of loose, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a similar kind of vibe for me watching this. And part of that has to do with, it feels, I know this is going to sound silly. I know all biopics, you're taking moments that show this person's life leading up to it, right? The problem is a lot of these moments for this movie felt disjointed for me. It felt like someone took a book and you're like, okay, page 2, page 251,
Yeah.
page 512. And they tried to have that be some through lines throughout.
Mhm.
But that is where I got kind of thrown off. And I'm not even talking about any of the allegations that happened 90s, 2000s. We're not even getting into that because the movie cuts off. They were going to cover it, but they're because of a lawsuit and everything else involving the estate and whatnot. And they decided, no, that's done. And that's where a lot of those reshoots had to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at what the movie is here, there are different moments in Michael's life that if we had brought those in would have actually helped to further paint some pictures. People that he had dated, the fact that because they bring up a lot his love for animals, but they don't really dive deep into it. You just see all the animals he had. There were people that back in the day were calling him like Wacko Jacko because he had so many animals and like did this kind of zoo thing. And if we had gotten into some of the, not just the, oh my God, people love Michael, but people giving him a hard time while that was happening to really cement home, yes, he's the biggest star in the world, but the flip side of that coin is everybody is just either wants something out of you or is talking shit about you type scenario.
Yeah.
If we had gotten more of that, I think it would have made me dive in more of like, oh man, this dude is just trying to live his damn life versus feeling like I'm just watching the icon become the icon type stuff.
Okay.
And I think that would have made him feel more human versus what almost felt like a caricature at times. So I genuinely really like the movie, but that would be my main critique that I couldn't dive all the way in. Because I think about like Ray, and when you just saw Ray, they showed him genuinely doing the drugs and people getting hurt because of his negligence and the womanizing and all. They gave you all of Ray. I do not feel like I got all of Michael.
Okay, that's what I was wondering based on the reshoots and the legality of everything too, because I will see it at some point. It's just the sanitization of the story is something that seems odd to me, especially when, to your point, despite all of the success in his own home and then in the public eye, there was always this sense of other there where he still didn't fit in, not only in his own family, but when once people had embraced him as an artist, there was still this disconnect of, he's kind of a wackadoo, isn't he? And I think that's also what led to a lot of other strange things that happened, pours into the allegations and everything as well. So it seems like such a weird thing to not have in a movie when that's such a huge part about who this person was and how they lived.
Right. And then Mel said it best right here. It was a bunch of snapshots stitched together. And that so like, again, I had a good time, and Jafar is fantastic. That kid is going to be if he decides he wants to continue to act, if he decides that he wants to be a musician. I know that the some of the performances or all the dancing and stuff was him. He actually spent 2 years training to be able to do that. But then the singing was some of his vocals, but a lot of that really mixed with Michael actually. He'll be a superstar if he decides he wants to continue. But all that being said, that was my problem, is I just think about other biopic, because then in that case, if you're not doing the whole life, you pick like, here's this 1 to 2 year chunk of their life and let's focus on that. I almost would have loved if they had just focused on, say, Motown 25 or the Victory Tour, and maybe you do flashbacks to some of the stuff that was there, but then you're focused on this one moment. Then I would have felt like, here is a story, a point in time that I'm focused on, versus feeling like I'm just time hopping. Like I'm just literally the ghost of Christmas past is just taking me to just, here you go. Okay. Like, so, cause like there's a throwaway line about him clowning Prince, they had a very intense rivalry. I would have loved to get some of that in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's
That would have been cool.
anyway, yeah. But anyways, good movie. Still go see it. You'll have a great time.
Okay.
But that is what didn't make it like a perfection. Like there was some stuff missing. Aoshi, mounting an antenna. I looked up, metal dust fell in my eye. Every time I blinked, the pain was horrible. Had to get surgery, had an eye patch for 3 months. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Now this I did
that's
see because it was
horrible.
followed up with this was for Kris with a smiley face. I'm sorry that happened to you, but also weird flex, dude. Weird.
Cock?
Kristian
I'm very sorry
Harloff,
that happened though.
you aren't allowed to say what is going on if you don't watch the show Futag Hami Who. First of all, again, Kristian, and you know this,
Futak? Hami? You?
I watch the show more than anybody else on that works on this channel. You know damn well that I watch it more than anybody else.
That's true.
Period. So yes, I can. I just didn't see whenever the Futag Hami Who happened. Mustard. Ron
There's too many clippables. I'm new still.
Well, girl, you've been here almost a year. You need to stop that.
I have, but I'm gonna claim ignorance still. I'm
That's
just a
not-
baby.
Oh my God. You had a better shot of going, I'm thick, but no.
You blew it!
That's
Ron
fair.
H7474, I swear, if it gets too much, I'm gonna food tog all your hammies. Who, what, when, where, and why. God damn, Ron, you a nasty bastard.
Damn. Ron's in it today.
Absolutely. Arwen,
love
black
it.
and white, definitely for Spider-Man. Ron
Hell
is in
yeah.
it today, and I agree. Thank you, black and white indeed. Connor, which would you rather have as a pet, a mountain lion with 4 tails or a black bear with 3 eyes? I would prefer the mountain lion myself. Good kitty. No, black bear with 3 eyes, because I'm assuming it's a 3rd eye, so that's either like a TN bear or that's like a Hiei bear from Yu Yu
Oh,
Hakusho, and
yeah.
therefore extra powers. So no, definitely 3-eyed black bear. What about you?
A black bear. They're cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I already this is silly, but like cats, I still sometimes get nervous around because they don't like people. They're unpredictable. So a mountain lion, oof.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Conrad, Chris, if you put your One Piece anime journey on YouTube, I would happily watch.
I love that, but I'm real nervous to do anime watch-alongs because of the everything that these companies do. I mean, you guys saw what happened with Demon Slayer. I've brought it up here before. I had my own voiceover reel taken down that even credits the companies, but it's just, hey, here's my voiceover work in it, and they flagged it, and I had to remove it. They're ridiculous.
That there's got to be a way that you could have fought that one and actively been like, no, fuck you. This is literally me.
They came at me then for music on it, where I was like, this is my voice. It is not being used for monetization. It is used for pitching myself. And then I switched it over to Vimeo, so it's private. But yeah, I got so many flags on it of the music is illegal for you to use. I was like, well, what do you want me to do?
There's this level of rage that I hate when something that I love is causing pain. And to know that I love anime as much as I do is really not making me happy to hear that this keeps happening in multiple different facets. But
yeah,
the G-Man 8119, Garner's reply to Deadpool's Daredevil condolences, meta. Yeah, that was really fun. That was definitely really fun. Gopal, I think German for coffee is just coffee with AK, with ak. Coffee.
coffee. I'll slogan after.
Gardner cracked me up as for Spider-Man Noir, black and white. Yes. 3 Ks at one point. Damn, for the coffee. Oh. I just got it.
That's why I went, oh.
Didn't get it before. I just thought I wasn't putting enough emphasis on there. Good job, go pal. I don't have a round when it comes to mac and cheese. That's my boy. See, Connor, I knew I liked your ass. I knew I liked your goofy ass. Jared LT78. We're at 55, y'all. We almost got halfway there. We're almost out of time, but I'm really impressed by how much damage we were able to do here. Jared LT78. in my opinion, on the Clayface trailer, it looks like Matt is being brutally attacked, gets disfigured, and gets experimental treatment. I could see that as well. I could totally see that. Maybe he's leaving his first Broadway gig. He gets jumped in an alley and then experimented on. I could see that. That would make sense. This is I Crappen Shits, I believe. Winston, thanks for recognizing me as my handle, Mr. I Crappen Shits, a while back. I just did it again. Look at that. You were the only one loving it. Honestly, bro, if I'm gonna be honest with you, it's that goddamn Browns helmet. Maybe that's why you call yourself Mr. I Crappen Shits, because the Browns be taking big old dookies on the field over and over and over again. But I see it. You said still my team, still my Browns. You were the only one loving Daredevil Born Again. Feels like the Netflix series. It does. They really went in this season. I'm actually been really enjoying this season a lot. So hopefully you get to watch it soon, Kris, because it's pretty good.
Pumped. Yeah.
Nacho Boy, GDT directing an animated Justice League Dark. GDT.
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh,
yes.
that would be good. That would be
I don't know if
really,
he ever
really
would,
good.
but I'd love it.
I would also be here for Jordan Peele doing it.
Hell yeah.
I really would enjoy that. I think he would nail Constantine's snark the whole way through, because he's obviously got that comedy element to him. So I think he would do a really good job writing that for him. And I think his sensibilities with horror and nerdy stuff and everything, I think he would crush also as well. But Guillermo del Toro would also be very good.
Yeah.
Go pal. I was driving my aunt to the doctor, and they said on the radio that Michael originally opened with the police raid, and that was the through line. Ooh, wow. That would have been
very interesting.
That would have been absolutely crazy. Interesting indeed. Go pal. I learned of real mac and cheese after my sis got married. Did your sister make a latte? Oh no, wait.
No.
Would it be?
She made mac and cheese.
Well, no. I get that. No, well, duh. But go pal. I'm if I remember correct, correct me if I'm wrong, that you're Indian. So if your sister, assuming that she's also Indian, and then the real mac and cheese, so then married a Blackbird, what is a black Indian? Oh, West Indian food. There's actually a lot of people don't realize there's actually a lot of Indian influence in the West Indies. That's like a whole thing. So she just made Guyanese food. There you go. I love that. I love that. Mr. Crappen Shit's coming back. My favorite picks for director for DC. IP David Fincher. Hellblaze. Oh. No. Sorry. David Fincher for Hellblazer. Okay. Judd Apatow for Plastic Man. Apatow for Plastic Man would actually be pretty funny.
That's really fun.
I would be down for that.
Y'all know I will say it till I'm blue in the face. Gail Simone, when she writes Plastic Man, she writes it for my boy Ben Schwartz. I would love him to be Plastic Man, and I think Judd Apatow would crush it.
He would be a really, really good Plastic Man for sure. I agree with that. It's funny. A lot of people are bringing up my Ray reference, being like, Ray is a great film. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the support there.
It is. It's really good.
Jamie definitely deserved that Oscar.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jamie Skywalker. I hate you, PLD. Arms K4181. I'm somewhat of a milk tea person with or without the boba, if you know what I mean. Hey.
Damn, Harps. Okay. We see you, bud.
All right, player. Ron, I found the anal destruction. Behold the effects. What? Maybe I'm missing something. Oh, yep, there it is. Right, from before, all the farts. I remember now. The G-Man 8119, Daredevil Born Again. Perfection. Absolutely. Mr. Crappen Shits, Kris, hope all is well. Miss you on Campia. They need another voice every now and then. Love R&B, but the only so much original Star Trek elitism one can take. LOL. Hope both of you have a great weekend. Oh, there's only so much.
Yeah, that's fair. And honestly, I mean, I would always egg him on and be like, but what about Star Trek? Do you want to talk about it? So probably helpful I'm not there. Yeah, guys, like about a year ago, it was just that drive for me is 3 to 4 hours long. The math was not mathing for me to go there. It just didn't make financial sense or time sense. And I wasn't offered remote. And so that's what's so great about this. So when I'm really sick and gross like I am today, I can still come to work and hang out with you guys. So I appreciate it. But this is a better fit.
Fair. Night Fox 1190. MJ turned into a car and robot and moonwalker to escape thugs. What car and robot would you turn into? Yes, he did. And that was amazing. Literally his suit, like it's so you know how like in Mario you can get like a superstar and then you're like invincible and you're running through. You could get random power-ups in the Moonwalker game that would literally turn you to be able to use like your ultimate move and kill all the villains around you. So some of them would allow you to just start dancing. Like one of them, like, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? And all of the villains would dance and then they go, "Ugh," and then just like die. Or you would turn into a robot and just start like shooting all sorts of random stuff. You would turn into a car. So what would I turn into? I would probably turn into a 1999 Ford Escape.
Oh, that's.
I don't know why, but I think I just would. What about you?
A Mini Cooper.
Fair. Gopal comes back. Really, just coffee. Not that creative. I mean, look, in Japanese, coffee is just kohi. So, sometimes if the word works, it works. Conrad 0404, speaking of Daredevil Born Again, I love Daniel. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Baby Soprano?
Mm-hmm. He's killing it. He is killing it. Seattle KO, are you following the NFL draft? Futag Hamehu. I am. The Cowboys got Caleb Downs. What up, baby? We back. I'm not. And we actually made a good pick with our second pick, too. I'm not going to jinx us, but I do think that Jerry Jones used the last wish on the monkey paw that he had, and they're coming for his soul. So he really is trying everything in his power for once to get this Super Bowl, because they're probably going to rip his soul out of his body once the next off season is done. He's going all in right now. So. And our last one for now, as we wrap up the show, Gopal comes back in and says, at the mall when they lived in Charlottesville, some lady asked my sister if my niece was an octoroon. God damn, in 05? Holy crap. Yeah, I didn't. The only time that word has been funny is once, and that is in the Key and Peele sketch, where Obama is like saying hi to black people versus saying hi to white people. And so he's like, you'd be like, have you not seen this sketch?
No.
Oh my God.
I haven't seen this one.
Okay. So it's literally Obama.
I was really lost in the word for a second of just like, what did they say?
Yeah, as in an eighth black. Yeah. They used to call them octoroons. It's the whole thing. But literally the what it is he's going by white people. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. And then he gets to black people,
no, I know,
and he'll be like, "Oh, what's up, my dog?" Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Come in. So then at the very end, he see Jordan is playing Obama. He comes up to Keegan, and he can't tell. He's like, "You're really light skinned. Like I can't tell what's going on." And he goes, 1/8 black, and then he goes, "Afternoon, my octoroon." And I was like, that is a genius line. I cannot believe you thought of that, but that is genuinely hilarious.
Damn.
Oh man. So all that being said, that is going to be this show. That is what we have so far. Oh, the more came.
We got a
Holy
couple
crap.
more, yeah.
Holy crap, a bunch came in.
Dang.
Yoshimitsu coming back. Winston would turn into Lil Win, so the bad guys couldn't find him. Like, Ant-Man, you son of a bitch. That is old lore. Do you know about Lil Win?
No.
So one of the days when Kristian was still in LA, I was in studio with him and Roca, and they effed up my camera. So it had them normally fit in frame like this. And I was like down, the camera had it like this. So it was just kind of like my head. And so they were like, oh my God, look a Lil Win. And then I was like down here, like trying to grab like a cat trying to play with the thing and stuff like that. So it became a whole thing. Oh,
I love it.
Oh yeah. Joshua Gonzalez just got Ultimate Endgame comic. Hope it's good. Ooh. Yeah, I want to check that out too.
Yeah.
Dark Smirk. Marvel Rivals new PvE is really fun but chaotic. What did they do?
Oh, I'll have to jump on. I haven't played in such a while.
Yeah, I need to go back and see what this is. This sounds fun as hell. Gopal, how you doing, my octoroon? Good afternoon, my octoroon. But yeah, G-Man, you're right. We got Caleb, baby. I was hoping. I was crossing my fingers. In my opinion, the best player in the draft, but understandable. And when you're a team that needs, quarterbacks and way other positions, thank God he fell to us. Let's see what happens, man.
What's so great about him?
Caleb Downs, he's a safety. He is just incredibly athletic. His instincts are insane. He's very reminiscent of. Do you follow football?
No, not at all.
Okay, so a lot of the safeties of the past, the big thing is their instincts kick in like something crazy, and a lot of them though they're either be known as like ball hawks, where they're really good at getting interceptions because they're reading things really well, or you have like the hard hitters like Troy Polamalu, which again they're reading exceptionally well, so they already see where it's going, and they may not get the interceptions, but they have made a tackle literally as the ball is arriving, either to stop them from getting yardage or to hit them so hard the ball goes flying out. It's an incomplete. They are so like most safeties are there as like your backup plan to make sure nobody really gets very far. Then there are those types of safeties that are so athletic and so instinctually there, they fully shift where it's like, my God, I have to worry about this asshole 24/7. Like, where is he? Oh my God, where is he? Type scenario, just like, like, and that's Caleb. Caleb is that good.
Cool.
So I'm very, very excited for that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Ayoshi, are you okay? Because we a bunch popped in, so we're trying to.
Oh yeah, this is all I'm doing today. This is it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ayoshi, Random Watchmen Ultimate Cut, best comic movie ever. Watchmen.
The ultimate cut of it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very good. I don't think it's the best comic book movie ever, but it's very, very good.
Yeah, it's super well done.
Yeah, I think to this day it's still a Dark Knight for me. I have fallen in love with Infinity War and Endgame and Winter Soldier and so many different movies, but the more I step away, I can jump into Dark Knight at any freaking point in time, and I can enjoy it just as much as a comic book movie as to just say this is just a good fucking movie. Like I don't like I can see it outside the genre. Gopal, I read a whole article about Dunkin' Moo Latte. Is that when is a Dunkin' Moo Latte when a black person gets with a white person from Boston? Is that like if Roxy and I had ever ended up together, is that what our child would have been, a Dunkin' Moo Latte? PLD is just like, my God. Ron H7474, I totally relate to the Key Peele sketch. I said, bitch.
I love that one.
That's one of the funniest sketches. I think any guy would. I know I've never done it. Have you? I looked her dead in her eyes. And I said, bitch. You said it though? You already know, man. You already know I said that shit. You know I said that shit. It was a great opening sketch for that show. That was pretty genius as an opening sketch for sure. Benjamin Flagg, game designer. What did the Pirates say when they turned 80? Aye, matey. Dad joke of the day. Have a great weekend. Thank you, Benjamin Flagg.
I'm gonna text that to my dad. He loves pirate jokes.
Go, pal. We got Sonny Styles that I'm happy about. Yeah, Sonny is also very good. Sonny's a linebacker, I believe. Very, 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 very good. Very athletic. Okay. So happy for you, Go, pal. Absolutely. Ron H7474, Sports Ball, local sports team for the win. All right. Yeah.
I just hope everybody has fun.
Dunk down. Go, pal. And that same niece is a Buckeye, which is nice. Nice, man. Oh. Yeah. I forgot you over in Ohio. Mr. Crappin Shits, Winston. Love seeing the classic games behind. I love my retro games. I still have my Atari 2600. I got my fourth B-Day. I got for my fourth B-Day in 83. It works and hooked up. Wow.
Hell yeah,
man. That's awesome. Let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna go solo for a second so we can show the whole thing. So, yep, there are all my N60, right? There are the N64 games. There's the Super Nintendo games. There's the NES games. That's the Super NES, like, classic re-release they did. And then over here, there we go. There's my actual Super NES. There's my NES. And then below there, you can't kind of see it. Are like my 360 and my PS4 and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, got them all up.
Hell yeah.
For sure. Go, pal. Some marketing genius actually made that product. Which product? Oh, Dunkin' Latte. The only thing that would have been funnier is if you would put like Halle Berry with like Mark Wahlberg to like push like to check out this Dunkin' Latte. Like just that would have also caught.
Hey, Hallie, how's your mother? Do you want a Dunkin' Latte? Oh, it combines espresso with coffee milk, whole milk, and coffee extract for a creamy, melty milkshake taste. Often compared to a Dairy Queen Moo Latte. Available hot or iced.
Yeah, I take back everything I said about putting Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry. The racism comments would come flying. Holy crap. Holy crap. Oh my God. Yoshimitsu just watched the Watchmen Ultimate Cut last night, and all I kept thinking was, why is there a pirate cartoon? I googled it and still have no idea.
Oh, because in the comic book, there's this lovely comic book within the comic book. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's so good. It's so good, you guys. Go read it. That comic is, I mean, to me, and I know this is not a hot take, but it's untouchable. Like, that comic is so well done. It is so incredible and shows you what you can do with the medium in such interesting ways. You'll understand if you go read it.
Fair. There, guys, we're really crushing. We're at 83 right now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to the bottom. I know I have to technically read faster, so I'm going to try, but I'm sure at the same time. No, it's fine. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm sure Kristian also doesn't mind. He's like, more super chats. Yes.
Yeah.
Armada, Winston, you got to do a Goodfellas reaction with Kristian. I agree. I've never seen Goodfellas.
Me neither.
Yeah. No, I agree with that one. Michael D.A., Key and Peele NFL player intro sketch is the best. I do love that one as well. They have some like bangers. Dude, that one, X-Wing at Aliciousness. Like just to be Dan Smith, BYU. Like just, oh man, dude, that sketch is fantastic. And then for them to do the callback to the substitute teacher sketch, Ron Balake, Stanford University. I was like, yo, not Ron Balake, bro. Come on. Yoshimitsu, Zack Snyder really needs editors.
Yes. Zachary, why are your films so long? Why is there so much slow-mo? I don't need to see Hale being moved in slow motion. Oh no, Winston's under the Snyder edit. It's a Snyder cut, Winston.
I'm just wasting time so we can get more super chats. Armada comes in. Futag Hamihu is the real Patty boy. Call an ambulance. Conrad 0404. Oh, you don't know Patty Boy, do you?
No, I don't know anything.
I forgot.
I'm sorry, Kristian. I promise every now and then I do watch. Not like Winston,
dude,
but
Patty
every
Boy,
now and then.
Patty Boy is old. There was this old video where it's like someone calls on a voicemail like Patty Boy, Daddy's having trouble. Call an ambulance. Like it's a really funny thing. And there's this argument about Roxy thinks that they're saying I'm daddy, but it's not. It's clearly the mom is calling to say daddy's having trouble. Call an ambulance. Oh. It's a whole argument. Yeah. Okay. Conrad, you and Roxy would make beautiful lattes. That is very sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Coffee meets bagel, exactly. Ron H7474. So if you have retro consoles, you blow those cartridges, you blow them hard, you blow them long. Get that working again. Who do ya? Huh? How do ya? Huh? Huh? Do ya? Huh? Do ya? I do have to blow on them cartridges, man.
Yeah,
it's the only way
you do have to blow on the cartridges. Yeah.
87.
We still have those, yeah. Oh, we're getting so close, guys.
We're getting real close, y'all. Keep it coming, please. Who do ya? Penned off 44, Key and Peele's Neil deGrasse Tyson sketch is the best. That one is also hilarious because if I remember, it's Neil essentially using physics to explain to his wife why he wasn't cheating or taking out the trash or like all these other things. That was really good. I know you don't follow sports, but did you follow anything of this Coach Mike Vrabel, and the NFL reporter Diana Rossini at all?
No. What happened?
Okay. The speed version, because again, I know we gotta try and wrap it up.
Yeah.
Long story short, this reporter has been having a 6-year affair with this head coach. And at first it looked like, they just happened to be, they got caught cheating like a month ago or something at this resort. And they were like, no, we're not. We didn't do anything. And she was like, I was on a girls trip. I just happened to see a colleague and I just said hi. Like nothing was there until all these photos from this PI came out of like since 2020. They've been at clubs, bars, all that stuff, like pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, including she had a kid in 2021, and she said, I'm looking at my 4-day-old son, Michael, and I'm just thinking about how blessed I am for him. And then something else of like, talking about, oh, there's been so many great Michaels in the NFL. And people are like, oh yeah, pick one to whatever. And someone brought up like Vrabel, who's the coach at the time. So it literally looks like, oh my God, because now that they know that they've been fooling around for 6 years, nobody's saying necessarily that is Mike Vrabel's kid, but they are going, girl, you had the audacity to name your child Michael, knowing you were sleeping with another Michael behind your husband's back. Oh my God. It's been wild.
Am I going to get into sports? I love mess.
Then you would love the W, bro, especially once people be dating. So then you be fighting with your significant other and stuff on the court. I'm going to take you to a Sparks game this year.
Yay! I would really like that.
Okay, great. Bet. Done. Space Cowboy Kris 2070. Although I'm excited for Clayface, it's weird to me that we're getting that before the DCU Batman debut. Also wish Gunn did a 100% reboot for DC instead of picking and choosing from the previous one. That's fair. I can understand that for sure. And how that can be a little confusing. But yeah, it is weird that we keep getting all these villains and not the actual guy that inspires it. But I think it'll be good enough, and I think like I genuinely think this will be a good movie, and I think you'll get some tipping of the hat to Batman that will be all right, Michael DA, good thing I got a 90-degree dangle. Damn, not 90 degrees. Hitting it from around the corner. You hitting it from around the corner?
Y'all don't have to be in the same room? What's happening?
Oh, go pal. Zach needs competent editors. The cut down at Rebel Moon is a crime against humanity, but the full cut is a month and a half long. God damn. Not a month and a half. Kristian Unpronounceable coming in with more support. We're at 90 guys. Holy crap. Space Cowboy Kris. Kris, has Campia ever explained to you why he likes Zaslav? I never understood the admiration for Zaslav, who is ruining the film business, in my opinion.
Oh man. First of all, your handle? Choice. Great name. No, I have no idea why he likes Zaslav so much. That's a great question for him. And when I was on the show, I would butt up about this a lot. That's also because I don't really like most of these CEOs, and I don't think the billionaire should exist. But that's neither here nor there. Ask him this question.
That is fair. That is totally fair. And the last one for now, and then we'll do some plugs. If you guys want to get anything else in, we're at 90. We're so close. I was still about 42 away, but crap and shits. Zack Snyder's slow-mo cut of Sam's incident with her microphone would be hilarious. It is true that she named her mic. Is it true she named her mic Winston afterwards? Hey man, I don't know. I ain't been in the studio. Sam and I don't think ever met.
Yeah,
I know we didn't
I've
meet
never
in person, but I don't know if we ever met even online. Maybe we did. I feel like there's one episode where I did meet her, but I don't remember. So, but that's hilarious. Okay, well,
she's so funny though. I'd love to meet her.
I know. She seems like she is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. So that being said, 90 is the number. Kris, for now, Kris, tell them where they can find you and what you got going on.
Oh, yeah. If you would like to listen to another podcast with me today, head on over to Two Filthy Casuals Pod, wherever you get your podcasts, or here on YouTube. We've got an episode about The Devil Wears Prada, looking at the original film, kind of getting you prepped for the new one coming out, talking about some theories and what we're hoping for in that one. If you would like to do voiceover lessons, usually my voice does not have like a wheezing laugh behind it. Again, a little sick, but I do voiceover and I coach people in it. So go to speakfrontstudio.com. You can sign up for voiceover lessons, or you can sign up for dialect classes with my husband.
Wonderful. Oh my God. And you can find me at the Swaggy Blurred on all platforms. I have got out my Michael Out of the Theater reaction. I got some trailer reactions out. Like I mentioned, the spoiler one is done. I just need to go and put a little finishing spit and polish on it. So that'll be out this afternoon. So check that out as well. You can also wait until you've seen the Michael movie, but check that out. Spill the Tequila on Tuesdays with John Roca. Wednesdays, myself and Jay Washington, Blurs in the Hood. Here on Fridays, and check out those Rambo reactions, man. If you want to see more of me doing reactions with Kristian, please go and support that. Check that out. Throw some comments on there, all that stuff. We got a couple more in real quick, Kris, before we get out of here. That's the most of my plug. Space Cowboy, Kris plus Winston equals Dream Team. You guys the best. Thank you, Space Cowboy. Appreciate that. Confessor T coming in with the late support. Appreciate that, my dear. Thank you so much. Yoshimitsu, you two are the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And Ron H, you two are the ebony and ivory of the channel. We're a good old-fashioned latte. That is
We
the
really are,
perfect-
pal.
We really, really are. That feels
I
like
just keep thinking about your audition this week now with all these comments.
Oh my God. All right, final story because we gotta go.
Yeah.
So I had an audition that I needed Kris to help me out with. I initially asked one of my black homies. He was busy. But what it was a dude that like things were not going well with his wife. So he says, screw this, I'm leaving. He's going to leave his wife and his child behind. She also wants him gone. But the kid's like, no, don't go. Like, come on, dad, just apologize to mom. Let's be a family. And he's just like, I can't do it. And so then he's like, well, daddy, come back. And my character goes, hey, enough of that daddy shit, bro. Call me Mike from now on. And then he looks at him. And before he walks off, he goes, I love you, Lil. And so
I tried to be a good scene partner.
She tried to be a good scene partner. And
Tried to
so
give him eye contact.
She did. So the first couple times didn't look at each other. Like
Yeah.
she was looking at the page, she was looking off to the side, it was whatever. But this time, because we made eye contact and she knew that I was feeding off of her energy, I looked her dead in her pupils and I said, love you, little Nick. And she just goes, then we both lost it and I lost the take.
I ruined such a good take because I couldn't deal with it. Okay, this is the part you don't know.
What happened?
Because after you left, Logan was like, I gotta tell you something.
Oh,
So
no.
Logan like knew you were coming over, but kind of forgot. He's in the shower. And the first scene, I'm playing the wife, and you and I are screaming at each other. Logan runs out of the bathroom buck ass naked to be like, who's fighting my wife? And then was like, oh, that's my buddy Winston.
He didn't tell me the butt ass naked part. He just when I saw him afterwards, he was like, yeah, I heard who the fuck is yelling at my wife. He said that before I left, but I didn't realize he ran out butt ass naked, ready
Yep.
to fight.
And then
That's
was like,
hilarious.
Back in the shower, I guess.
Okay, two more came in. Ebony and Ivory, Duns, Gantes, and Devil May Cry. That is true. That is very true. And then you two are Futog to Miami, who wait. Fantastic. We end at 96. Thank you so much to everybody that did it. We were so close to another crackhead commentary. We were 4 short. Oh well. Appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. You take care of yourselves. You go and see what's it called? Go see Michael, go see all the movies, all that good stuff. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. Check out any of those sponsors that were here. And we'll see you all on the flip, man. I'm gonna get up out this mother. Bye.